welcome everybody to another thrilling edition of your favorite weekly live stream wrestling podcast. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Tooney Talk Wrestling, TTW, and I am, of course, your captain. I'm steering the ship. I'm driving us into safe harbor. I'm Akadis, aka Dis. And I want to thank Marv for giving us the old go-ahead, giving us the Iggy, telling us, sending you all over here. So thank you very much, Marv. And I'm glad you're all in the chat. We're gonna have a fun time tonight. We haven't done a lot of like AEW coverage recently, so we're going to kind of jump into some of that. I see a few of you in the chat. We will get to you shortly. We'll say our hellos, get to the super chats, but first, I cannot do this alone.
He's old and he's cranky in his favorite chair, yelling at the TV with a grumpy glare. He's always on, he's losing his mind. Online trolls talking trash, man, he's not kind. But we love our awful, through the grumps and the growls. Everybody shout it now. That's awful.
That's awful. Awful.
It certainly is.
How are you doing today, sir?
How are you, my man?
Not.
How's everybody in the
bad.
chat doing? Great night for wrestling talk, don't you think?
Yeah, we got a lot. We got a lot to cover, so it's gonna be a fun night. I think that's it. Is there anyone else? Can you think of anyone else that we need?
We can start the show.
Yeah, let's just do it.
First topic.
Let's just start saying hi to everybody. No. There's one more. We cannot forget about him. Because he is, of course, the most famous member of the Tooney Talk family.
Circle of sound, tensions ignite. Jake takes on the chaos, the verbal fight. Nice guy dropping pins on wrestling nights. Most famous on Tooney Talk, owning the mic. Lights, and he's Jewish.
Jake from altJake takes on. How are you doing today, sir?
I am wonderful. How are you, gentlemen?
I think we're doing okay. Awful said he's doing good. I'm doing good. It's a nice day outside, you know. I mean, here in the old Missouri, we got Missouri. People always say, like, if you're from Missouri, you call it Missouri. I don't know one person that calls it Missouri, but it's like overcast, so it's that perfect temperature for me, you know, like 65 or so, right around there. I'm
jacket weather. Okay.
Open. Yeah. Oh well, not for me. I run hot. I'm hot.
Yeah,
weather,
I bet you're hoodies and shorts, aren't you?
Yeah, I am hoodies and shorts actually. Yes, and sandals and socks. You know me, man. That's what I do.
Sandals with his Crocs.
No, I
chain out the pocket.
I had to get rid of my Crocs a long time ago. I felt Crocs were really good for fishing, though. You know that they're really good fishing shoes. Because you know when you're launching the boat, you got to get your feet wet and you push it in. And you know, do we have a lot of fishermen in the crowd? I don't know, but here's what we do. We do have quite a few people here today. So why don't we say some hellos to the chat? We got LK, we got Shadowfire, you and Cumia, Lisa B in the chat.
Yay,
Matt Buswell. I already said LK. Joy, hey, it's your partner in crime, George.
Nice. Good to see you, George.
Yeah, George.
He's the one to let me know about that Tony's in my not in my town, but in my city area. They're in Scottsdale today. I didn't realize that. I might have tried to go get an interview. Just tell him with the wrestling channel and just like, yeah, we've got like 500 subscribers. He probably would have been like, oh, that's more than I usually go on.
We got Brad, we got our RWLCK, all the stars are here, as Norm Macdonald would say. But
all the stars and Chris Connor.
All the stars and is Chris here?
With that,
yeah, I just saw a comment from him. Yeah, hey, the gang's all here.
The gang's all here, but we got super chat, so let's check it out. Regina Sharp starting us off strong with a big $10 super chat. I knew I shouldn't have listened to Tony Khan about me. I'm sorry. This is you, Jake. You have to read this.
Oh. I knew I shouldn't have listened to Tooney Khan about me WWE bid. This message is brought to you by
Glum Gold.
Always has been. Always is. Always will be.
Thank you,
Two different
Regina.
accents on that one.
See, the way in my head was that like I was the narrator, so I was reading the things out of quotes, but I didn't clear that with you first. So,
See, I was doing that. So that's me making the movie start. So I guess you're wondering how I got here.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Regina, for your $10. You and Kiyomiya for $4.99. The good news is the Usos are not on the Wrestlemania card. Not yet. Well,
Yeah.
Glove gold, glove gold, glove gold, glove gold.
okay. Yes, thank you very much, you and Kiyomiya. They are not yet on the Mania card, but I can't imagine that a WrestleMania will pass without getting
go crazy.
the Usos on there somehow. Even if it's not in a match, I'm assuming they're going to be a big part of the Roman CM Punk thing here going forward. So I don't know, though. I've been wrong before. I was wrong about last night. I thought last night was going to end with a big cluster F in the middle of the ring, and that did not happen. So we will have to see how everything goes going into WrestleMania. What do you think, Awful? You think the Usos are going to make it? Am I dead?
You're good.
Okay.
I can't.
How about you,
he's the-
Jake? What do you think? You think the Usos are going to make it to WrestleMania?
Yeah, it'll be the Usos versus the Vision most likely because I would assume the other tag title will be more of like a 3-way or a 4-way for it. I would think because they'll definitely take on at least the Vision, maybe even have like a triple threat tag match, but they'll definitely be on the card.
I don't know though, because now like the Vision has I Show Speed in it by accident, kind of, and
Right, so then it could be the Vision plus I Show Speed
off the
and
left.
Usos plus LA Knight because that gets LA Knight on the card. That's what
There
I think
you
it'll
go.
probably end
There
up
you
being.
go.
I would, just because that gets the celebrity on the card and he can kind of hide him, and then LA Knight's got to be on the card. I mean, it's WrestleMania.
Yeah, having Speed and Logan Paul in a match will that'll get quite the publicity there.
Right?
So,
Yeah, that'll get a lot of mainstream attention. So, I mean, the celebrity involvement's never been a thing that I've been a big fan of, but I've always understood it. I mean,
you
it's
get
not
it,
for
yeah.
us.
And-
Yeah,
and
it's
I
for the
would say that-
casuals.
I would say it's gotten a lot better with WWE in the past few years.
Definitely.
Jelly Roll, Logan Paul, Bad Bunny, and even I Show Speed at this point definitely seem the only real like stinker was Travis Scott.
Right. And it seemed like he said he wanted to do all the things because everybody looks at like Bad Bunny was the first one to really make the change that actually put in the effort to make sure you put on a decent wrestling match and not be like Maria Menounos out there or Snooki. So I think Travis Scott went to the PC and took a couple of bumps. It was like, this is not for me. This is not what I want to do. And he backed out because you can't. You have to be able to perform now as a celebrity, at least a bit.
I mean, Jelly Roll's just a straight wrestler now.
Yeah, no, they had him in a singles match. I was
They had
shocked
him
at
in a
that.
singles match on SmackDown against Kit Wilson. Like he's just a wrestler. He just shows up and does promos, and
Was it good? I missed that.
it was fine.
It wasn't bad.
fine. It was,
Yeah.
it was Kit Wilson. It was one of Kit Wilson's better matches, I would say.
Okay.
Since he's gone singles. Yeah, it was fine. It was what it was. Jelly did not look bad at all. He was much better. I would say he was much better than he was at SummerSlam. Where with SummerSlam, he kind of just like stood in the same place the whole time and let
Right.
people move around him. Like he was moving, he was getting. It looks like he's been doing some leg work because I don't know if you ever. After Jake, you lost weight. You know how how you lose a bunch of weight and then like your knees have to catch up.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. And
You know?
I mean, I lost a lot pretty quickly, so most of my joints and body had to catch up to it. But I also made sure I was like running and biking to keep my legs with some strength because I didn't want to be chicken legged.
Right. It seems like Jelly Roll's knees caught up to him and that he can move around now and not just he doesn't just look the part of a skinny guy. He actually moves.
And he sold pretty well. Like you could tell he was trying to sell. You could tell he's a real fan and not somebody who just like watched arbitrarily as a kid and like, oh yeah, I like that when I was a kid. Like he's definitely somebody who watches and at least has a general idea of the business.
I'm gonna sound like an old geezer when I say this, but how was he running the ropes?
He didn't. I don't think.
Yeah, I
he
was
did,
gonna say
did
like
he?
I don't think he did.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
think he did. It's smart.
Yeah,
if you
hide
can't
the
do it,
weaknesses.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You can't do it. Don't do it. I'm interested in seeing Speed. I think Speed might be a guy who like takes it seriously and might end up becoming full time like Logan Paul someday, because it's actually a really smart move for YouTubers. Like your average big YouTuber is on top for like what 2-3 years, and then they just have that huge downturn, right? So if you can get into something like wrestling or something like that, have a backup for when your career, when your YouTube stuff goes heads up, I think it's a pretty good idea personally. And
do that before you get arrested or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Seriously.
It's better than doing like a meme coin. So
yeah. 1,000%. If you're Logan Paul, you can do it all. You can have it all. You can do the meme coin.
What's PewDiePie doing?
He still does pretty well.
Okay.
He's not on top of the world anymore, but he's steady. Yeah, he's doing all right.
He's legacy now.
Yeah, I miss the old PewDiePie, where you remember that they had the charts where it was like, is India gonna beat PewDiePie? And
that was
for some reason
calling there every
like
7 minutes.
Yeah, for some reason we acted like PewDiePie was American. I don't know why. But thank you very much, Ewan. And we also got JR Deal for $19.99. Thank you very much, JR. Appreciate that a lot. Was that Raw at MSG last night? Congratulations. That was a hell of a show to go to. I wish MSG was on my bucket list for a long time. And I don't know if it is anymore, but I would love to go to a show at MSG. Max actually told me we have to buy tickets to Saturday night's main event. And I'm like, do you realize Madison Square Garden is in New York, right? And he's like, yeah, is that a big deal? And I'm like,
it's a huge deal.
No, it's a hotel, flights, no big deal.
Yeah. I said, okay, here's the deal, buddy. You save up and buy the tickets and I'll get us there. Okay.
All right.
So that's the deal we have. If he can save up enough to buy tickets to Madison Square Garden, I will buy this. I will get us there. So.
You hear that, Max? Get that paper out. Get that money.
Made a Larry Forever sign, and after Raw went off the air, CM Punk pointed at me, acknowledging the sign. Wow, nice. That Oba and Brock segment had MSG rocking, felt the ground shake. Absolutely insane Raw. Very, very good Raw last night. Hell of a show to go to. Let me think. The only time I can remember having my sign pointed, not counting indie shows, the only time I can remember making a sign and having it pointed at, and I felt like the coolest person in the world. And it was in 1997 WCW or 1998 WCW house show in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. It was an NWO sign. All it was a black sign that had NWO written in white. Who do you want to think? Who do you guys think pointed at me to make me feel like the coolest person in the world? This is the same show I met Renegade at, by the way. So who do you think the NWO member that pointed at me was? Any guesses?
Scott Hall, without a doubt.
Oh, very, very close. Jake,
John Waltman?
Ooh, even closer. No, Virgil. Virgil pointed at me.
Oh my God.
He gave me a thumbs up, and I'm like, yeah, Virgil. And so that's my
God damn it.
Get the thumbs up from the meat sauceman.
You
Right.
cue me back for $4.99. The super chats are going towards those tickets.
There you go.
Are you gonna super chat Max? That's a lot. We have to get YouTube to step out of the way there,
Right.
because I'm gonna
Bring
be
back
here until
stream
Max
elements.
is 35 years old to get those tickets. But thank you very much, Ewan. And as you all know, we got another one. I was gonna move on, but Andre Adams for $9.99. The women's tag title match was a slog last night. I fast forwarded through it.
Really?
Now that I think about it. I saw Bailey powerbomb Nia, and I remember thinking, wow, Nia doesn't look like she's trying at all in this match. And that was the extent of my memory of that match. What do anybody have specific thoughts on that match?
Lash Legend looked all right from what I saw of it. I was making food during it, though. I'll admit that.
Lash Legend is such a brick house. She made Nia Jax look normal size. Like, she's just as tall as Nia Jax, and obviously a lot more shapely. But what I saw from Lash Legend last night, I was kind of impressed. Now, of course, I've not seen this woman wrestle in quite some time. But I like the thing that she did where she had Lyra Valkyrie's. She had her position to like do a body slam, and then she put her head between the first and second ropes and just started bouncing her head between the ropes. I thought that was very clever. Yeah, and she does a lot of great power moves. That's why I was impressed with what I saw.
I do have 2 points of discussion about that. If you want, okay, first off, Lyra Valkyria is getting far better pops now than she had before. Like people are actually doing her little woo thing before the match and stuff like that. So congratulations. This whole Bailey experiment seems to be working out with Lyra. And number 2, I forgot how much better looking Brie Bella is than Nikki Bella. Like Brie Bella looks like a human being, and Nikki Bella looks like she's from Mar-a-Lago or something. Right. You know,
they've untwinified.
Yeah, well, like I just remember, didn't they do a whole thing back in the day where like Brie was the homely one and Nikki was the hot one? Wasn't that a thing?
I think so. Because Nikki got fake boobs, right?
Right, Nikki got boobs, and then suddenly she was the hot one. Right.
Which so she all of a sudden she got Vince's attention. Yeah,
but it wasn't like storyline thing, was it?
No, I think so. I think it was. Maybe, chat can correct me, but I thought there was like tension between them at one point because people were kind of
because they feuded at one point too, like where like one of them attacked the other one and stuff. So I believe that was part of the storyline. I can't remember.
I want to say at least Brie mentioned it or said something like I was always the pretty one or something like that. You know, so I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, our chat can help us out. But speaking of the chat, thank you guys so much for your super chats. If you would like to donate to the stream, your super chats are what keeps us going, and we will read all the super chats between topics. If you do $50 or more, though, you will interrupt the show, and we will do it right then. But we have some topics for you today, ladies and gentlemen. So as you can see from our thumbnail, which is behind us now, should I? I can't change that. Can I do this? Yeah, I can do that. We'll do this to look at this one. So as you can see from our thumbnail, Tony Khan and Vince Russo are banging.
Okay.
They're getting it on. They're doing it. They love each other now. It boggles my mind that these two, like, after it really does show you that Tony will just, it doesn't matter what you did in the past. It doesn't matter how much he hated you. It doesn't matter how much you went back and forth. If you say one good thing about him, you're his best friend. He will absolutely bring you on. He'll hype you up. He'll say things like, let's go to this here. Let's hear what Tony had to say about Vince Russo. So we'll go back to the regular presentation here. So where is it? There it is. Okay. So Coach said that there was an open invitation. So Coach does a podcast with Vince Russo now called The Coach Show, I guess. And he said that there's a standing invitation for Tony Khan to come on our show. We had a great conversation today with one of his female stars, Maya.
Who?
Oh, that's the one. That's one of the ones that came in after the lesbians ran off. Remember?
Oh, yeah. Okay. The one that had like a 60-second match or whatever, but Tony put them over. Got it.
Right. If he came on shows like ours instead of podcasts of people who will only ask questions they want to know instead of asking questions to make him think. Okay, Coach, love it. So Tony Khan actually came out and said, I would love to. Anybody have a good Tony Khan voice? Anybody can do a good Tony Khan voice? Anybody? I would love. That's my Tony Khan.
I can't do the high pitched one. I could do.
Okay, go. Awful's clearing his throat. We're giving it to him. Go, Awful.
I got nothing. I was just clearing my throat.
I thought you were doing it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. I wasn't rubbing up for anything.
No, I could do like the sad Tony.
I got it. I'll do the nerd Tony. I would love to come on the show with you and at the Vince Russo, Coach. I've been a fan of yours for many years. Also, I think that Vince is doing a tremendous job on JCW Lunacy, which I enjoy very much.
Oh, God.
He loves Juggalo Championship Wrestling.
The crossover that nobody asked for. Oh, God. Oh, no.
I have a theory as to why he loves Juggalo Championship Wrestling. and it's because he's paying half their roster. I don't know if you knew that or not, but like we talked about this before, like there are people under contract and getting paid by AEW who Tony doesn't use that are allowed to get outside bookings, and a lot of them work for Juggalo Championship Wrestling. People that you might not even realize are on that roster are working for Juggalo Championship Wrestling. So I'm sure that makes Tony very happy that he doesn't have to worry about them. And what was her name? Maya Worldwide, or she had a weird name. The chat's asking who Maya is. Maya,
I think it's World. I think it's Maya World.
Maya World. Maya World is the name. There it is. So then you go, and Russo actually responded to this. Now, he did not talk about it on the podcast. There is a quote going around the internet right now that I've seen quoted in many places, and I've had sent to me, where he says on his show, he talks about how him and Tony talked and something. I can't remember exactly what it was. But it was one of those, there's a certain, I'll say, unpaid critic makes shit up all the time, and people just repeat him. And that's where that came from. He didn't actually, I looked all through the coach show, and he said nothing about Tony Khan or about them talking or anything like that. So that quote isn't true. But we do have this one where he tweeted at Tony Khan, I got it confirmed on a good word, not good word, a good word. What do you think the word was? Anyway,
Psalm 31:6.
I was thinking twat waffle.
That you really do enjoy JCW lunacy. While that's cool and much, much appreciated, give me a follow back. Let's talk some creative. Let's do something that will blow the WWE into oblivion.
Jesus Christ.
And into
two
oblivion.
marks talking to each other.
Yeah.
That is so wild. Like two rich wrestling marks.
And begging for someone to follow you is
just
like, oh, it's so low class. Oh,
he's caught up. He's caught up in the whole Twitter world, the Twitterverse. He's caught up in the whole YouTube podcasting world, and it's just like, let's do something. What are you gonna do that is gonna blow the WWE into oblivion? Why would you even type those words and hit send? Come on, man.
What could Vince Russo and Tony Khan possibly do together that would make it? Now, if you want to say, oh, Marv's in the chat. Hi, Marv. OMG, Russo and TK, the unholy alliance. Yes, they truly are. So
yeah. I think it's going to open a portal to hell if they get together. That will all go into oblivion because we'll all just get sucked in, and the earth will just eat itself because of them. Oh my God,
it's such a bad idea. And Tony seems to dig them. They're flirting with each other. They're bumping uglies or elbows. I don't know which one.
Fuglies. I mean, Russo. You've never had the opportunity to get to know me, bro. Let's give him something to talk. He's writing on the fact of his 2 years that he was head writer of WWE when Vince was his filter of everything, and he had Stone Cold and The Rock on the roster at the same time. That wasn't because of you, bro. You were in the right situation in the right circumstance, because once they gave you the opportunity at WCW to run the whole company, bro, you ran it into the fucking ground. I can't with this guy. Although I guess it would make my Thursday shows a little bit more entertaining.
Yeah, it would be fun. So when he was on his own in WCW, he failed miserably. It was, granted, I had fun watching it. Okay. I enjoyed it, but not because it was good. I had fun watching it because it was stupid, and I like stupid things sometimes. So I might actually like Dynamite more if he takes control. But I did ask my source if this is something that we should actually take seriously. And the basic answer is Tony's never going to give up the book to anyone.
Yeah, no, come on now. This is two people blowing smoke up their ass.
Right.
And that's all it's ever going to be. This is just Twitter games right now, this feeling out process or whatever. But yeah, Vince Russo can't even get JCW lunacy on the map. Let's get real. It's not like we're hearing anything going on outside of their little, I guess their Twitter accounts, anything about JCW lunacy. Nobody's really pumped up or
Tony loves
sharing
it.
or
Apparently, Tony Khan loves JCW lunacy.
he watches clips like you watch clips.
So
I mean, that's all there
Tony
is.
Khan
It's not
loves-
he's watching no damn full episode. Are you kidding me?
Well, I mean, he also loves GCW and all that other garbage stuff, so it doesn't surprise me that he likes JCW. Like
JCW is a whole other level, though, dude. Like that is the thing that's kind of interesting to me is that JCW is like doing, CTE storylines, and they're doing like cocaine addiction storylines, and
Right.
ring rat storylines. Like,
Nobody's
And that's
more
as far as
family
it's gonna
friendly than
go.
Russo. Yeah,
It's gonna go as far as the tent or at the end of the parking lot. It's not gonna pack no arena or this whole unholy alliance between Tony Khan and Vince Russo. Ultimately, the question is that gonna put more asses in seats? I don't think so.
maybe
You're going to try
for
to create that
JCW,
buzz where it's just like, oh, the next show in Dynamite, it's going to be written by Vince Russo, and you may get some tickets sold in there, and you'll probably pop a big number. But after
Marv-
that, now what?
Marv, I'm going to do you a favor. I'm not going to put that on the screen. I just want to let you know, but I will put this on the screen. Marv misses all of us, so we miss you too,
Aw,
Marv.
I miss you too, buddy, man.
But it could help JCW. So this is smart on Vince Russo's part, right? Like, if he can get on AEW's good side, he might actually get some of that crowd to watch JCW. I could see Vince Russo or Tony Khan doing something with ICP because he's a 90s mark. He loves that, ICP went where they were in ECW, WCW, WWF, like they did all of it in the 90s. They went to TNA later. I can absolutely see Tony Khan bringing in the Insane Clown Posse to AEW in the year of our Lord 2026.
Not a bad prediction.
yeah, I can
Again,
see it.
will it go anywhere? And will it be just like, the synergy that's going on with Monet and all these other companies that we have no idea who the fuck they are because there is no vignettes, there are no segments. Sure, ICP may be in there for a segment or two if he decides to bring him in. But again, it's just like, what's the follow-up swing? You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, there's nothing long term that would be successful out of this. This would be one of those like minor, like you'd pop a rating, but and it would only really be for like half of a show, which is where they don't have the quarter hours. That would it would just be like because people would watch the beginning and then they would laugh at it and then they would be done with it. No one was going to sustain longer with Russo around. Like we all know what he does, whether it was WCW, WWF, even when and then TNA. He's never done anything that's that original or good. He just tries to shock
anything outside of himself. Like, it's just like he went to JCW and mogged the entire fucking roster. Went in there, one of the tallest guys even in the joint, and he's got the microphone most of the time. He's bossing people around. He's telling people to go with.
Whoa! They gotta run.
What the hell is this?
Ladies and gentlemen, I was going to give you an intro. All right, here we
I thought
go.
it'd be way funnier if I just came in and did the shut up Mooney.
Yeah.
I actually did the shut up Mooney to Mooney on Twitter recently.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
really?
Yeah, he said something and I just responded with shut up Mooney.
So, Marv,
Yes,
what do you think
indeed.
about the whole Vince Russo, Tony Khan love affair that we have in our midst?
This is the thing that made me poke my head out into the wrestling world again because it's just the most ridiculous thing I think I could have ever possibly heard about. Like, I can't believe that there could be a world in which this could be an unholy alliance.
I don't understand it. Well, because, the entire time that we were covering Vince Russo and Tony Khan on Tooney Talk Wrestling since we started, it's all been Vince Russo talking about how terrible Tony Khan is and Tony Khan no selling Vince Russo. The second Vince Russo starts saying something bad about WWE, who pops his head in? Tony Khan. He's like, let's do it. Let's do something together.
Well, the second he says even something remotely positive about Vince Russo, now it's all of a sudden, hold on a minute, bro. I could get a job. I could not work for these retard clowns anymore. Like,
He actually made a tweet that said that he's not really trying to aim for a job. He loves his job at JCW Lunacy, and that he wants he's not really doing this for a job. But anybody with two beans in their head can see that he's angling for a job at AEW. If you ask
he angles
me,
for a job everywhere, though. He
Yeah.
begged TNA, he begs WWE, he begs ROH. Now he's begging AEW. Like, I'm sure this is not the first time that he has tried to beg Tony Khan for a job.
only this time it's out in public.
That's it.
You know.
This is the first time that it's been public and like we actually know that they're actually he's actually talking to Tony. We,
Right.
as opposed to seeing like the
Well, yeah,
'cause I
because
know
now
there's
instead of
emails.
just sending him email after email after email, he's doing it. He's publicly debasing himself.
He had to get coached to be the mediator.
Oh,
How much money do you
please
think
don't.
is in Vince Russo's bank account right now?
$8,800.
That's yeah. I mean,
That much?
well, he does work for the Insane Clown Posse.
Yeah, because they've got money that I'm sure is just raining from the ceiling, right?
I just figured his wife had a job. I don't know.
We said a couple weeks ago that Afro Man was going to become the new Jimmy Buffett, but the Juggalos are kind of the new Jimmy Buffett crowd, right? Like when you think about it, that's kind of what they are now. Like no one else plays, or
Yeah, but
Deadhead.
Jimmy Buffett had like 2 good songs.
Okay, and ICP had 0. So
Yeah,
that's-
ICP had none. Like I couldn't
Not
name-
one, not a
the
single
only
one.
the only ICP song I could name you is the Oddities theme song.
there was
People
one-
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, how about that?
Oddities, most people might want to have a shot
No,
at these.
they did a cover of "Let's Go All the Way." I remember that because it was on TRL, and
Okay.
they did a song about it was like a dating game type song. Of course when I was 13 when their first big album came out, so all of my friends were like, "Listen, they're clowns that rap and they curse. You need to listen to this." That was like all
They
the talk.
curse. I love it. That's like the big takeaway. They curse.
They're clowns and they talk about drugs. Yeah, that was.
They're clowns. They talk about drugs. They say fuck.
Remember when they found Jesus and then they started talking about how they don't believe magnets are real? Do you remember that? Does anybody else remember
Magnets?
I remember the Great Malenko. That's about as much as I know.
Believe it or not, my Insane Clown Posse trivia is sorely lacking.
they put okay, so they put out a whole bunch of albums and they said this was going to be their last one and they were going to reveal the truth about everything because we were all we were all
I
being
kind of
deceived
remember this
for years.
Yes.
And then it came out and the song that revealed everything said that they were really Christians and that everything was about Jesus the whole time.
Yes, all the drug
Jesus is the Great
references and
Malenko.
F-bombs and oddities,
Right.
they were all about Jesus.
The
Bagging
misogyny.
whores.
Mhm.
It's whores. No, my only ICP like story interactions. I worked at a record store right out of high school through my first few years of college, and that was when music would come out on Tuesdays. So Monday at midnight, because we were open till midnight, we would do like Tuesday releases for a big album release or whatever CD release, and we did it for every type of music, every type of. The only crowd that we had to make them line up outside the store and not like in the aisles was the ICP crowd. They had 2 releases when I worked there. Both times we stuck all those stinky bastards outside. That's my ICP knowledge. Is they were too stinky to line up in the store where the air conditioning
It just
put them
reeked.
outside. Yeah, it was so terrible.
They
Yeah, we would have
reeked
like Nag
Juggalos
Champa.
reeked.
Yeah, we had to have Nag Champa around the store. Like, you're stinking up my store. Oh, it's terrible.
While you're
Flashbacks.
here,
Oh,
while
PTSD.
you're here, Marv, a few of our listeners would like to are giving some shout outs to you, so we're gonna hit super chats real quick.
Okay.
Regina Sharp for $5. Russo and Connor, Scissor Sisters. Yes, they are. Thank
Scissor
you very
Bros.
Yeah.
much. Regina for another $5. This is TK is Heyman freebasing helium. Yeah, that's
What?
basically what it was. I did a Tony Khan impression for a second.
Yeah, I heard your Monet mag went great.
Oh man,
Mm.
well all she did was
Highlight of the night, Marv.
She
They're
just
coming
said
into
this-
my chat on the M4 Empire, and they're like, "Dude, you just can't do the Monet mag."
I had no material. My heart wasn't into it. Every time I tried, all it was like buy my underwear. Like that's all she was doing was telling people to buy her underwear.
There's a lot of
Monet
pictures.
makers, you can't be friends with me, but you can have things that have touched my body and absorbed my sweat.
We got 10 from last call with Chris Cotter. I am all or Tony Khan, Vince Russo partner. I'm all for. There we go. A Tony Khan, Vince Russo partnership simply because Awful will be able to turn his book into a miniseries, followed by him roasting Russo as a live tour. You can even do a fall of JCW book. Thank you.
Oh yeah, 5 people will buy that one.
Yeah,
It'll
really.
be 7
There's a
pages long.
huge market for the JCW content creator, I'm sure.
It's just the juggalos. It's just the ICP's ex-wives who buy it.
Sorry if it seems like I'm rushing. I'm trying to get to the Marv one. Andre Adams for $4.99. I feel like Russo is the final form of that fungus from the last.
He's cordyceps.
Andre Adams.
Is that where that woo energy's gone? Is that what's happened? That makes sense now.
I forgot about Woo Energy.
I did too until I saw the fungus. I'm like, wait, that was
Yeah, there were mushrooms in it. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Thank you very much,
Ugh.
Andre Adams. You and Kiyomiya for $4.99. Just imagine what Cornette and Bischoff will say about these two. Yeah, I mean that'll be a fun listen. I'm sure he'll get to it this week. So
They'll comprise of the Holy Alliance, Bischoff and Cornette.
watch Cornette. Yeah, you know what? Watch Cornette get in there. It'll be Cornette and Russo and Tony Khan all in a triangle together.
God.
That'll be awesome. I can't wait.
Until
And,
Cornette's head explodes.
Regina Sharp for $5. Oh, God damn it. Hell just froze over and it ain't even winter. Hiya, Marv. There you go.
Hey, Regina.
So
I sent you guys my member chat. I redirected to you. I don't know if they actually showed up. But
I mean, I think they did. No one said, yeah, we got a big rush right when he closed out, but no one said anything. They could have. I was starting the show. So
I had no idea how many people were actually in it. I was originally, I normally do a Monday night block where I do my member chat and then I do like a 1 hour thing. And then I go live on the game stream channel after that. And then last night I couldn't do it just because I've got this. I can't like talk about it because like I literally legally can't talk about it because there's an NDA. But I've got this big project in the works that like people might not even find out about for like another year.
Shit.
But like I'm working on it now. And like I had a big meeting about it yesterday, so like pushed everything back. So I was like, oh, I'll just go live tonight. And then I was like, oh, I'll just do the block, tonight. And then I was like, wait a minute, I can't go live at 8:00. The boys are live at 8:00. So I'm gonna go live at 10 instead of 8 the way I was planning. So
Okay. We appreciate that.
But yeah, no, it was a it's been a crazy couple of months. Like it has like legitimately been a crazy couple of months.
Did Disney sign you to be the next Kang?
Yes, that's exactly what they were like. You know what? We really need a portly white guy.
There you go.
The well-fit black man
With a well-groomed beard.
Yeah.
I heard you get mentions on Kino Casino, Marv. That made me smile
what?
a little. They were talking about geeks and gamers and quartering going after each other, and I'm like, oh, Marv was on that. I saw that.
They mentioned me, or they were just talking about G&G?
They didn't mention any of the people by name, but they were just
okay.
saying geeks and gamers, and I
Dude,
remember-
MegaCon was crazy. MegaCon was a lot of fun. Like the G&G turnout at the meetup was unbelievable. Pro was there in person, like as Pro, like meeting people as Pro. It was a whole lot of fun. We had a great time at MegaCon.
Nice.
That's awesome.
But yeah, there was a whole thing with the quartering. He said that G&G was like a dying. He eventually apologized for it, but like he had said that like G&G was a dying channel or something like that.
Yeah, he went after you and Nerdrotic too. I saw that.
Okay.
Both y'all. So
yeah, because G&G and Nerdrotic are just doing terrible right now.
I was gonna say congratulations on all your success over there. You guys.
Thank you. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. I do I am planning on watching Wrestlemania, which will be the first wrestling that I have watched since probably about 3 months before I stopped doing the show. But yeah,
They'll catch you up though.
Yeah, probably it'll be like videos and video packages and whatnot, I'm sure. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, it was good to come in, see you guys, hang out a little bit. I miss you guys. I'll try to pop in here and there when I can.
We'll be around. I'll let you know when we're doing like a Tony video or something. Those are good for your.
Yeah, let me know when you're doing those.
We are doing it now, but I know you don't have time. But we are doing one now. But yeah, so.
All right. I'll catch you guys later.
We'll see you. Thanks, Marv.
Yes,
Thanks,
indeed. Man. Surprise run-in by Marvin the Movie Monster from the M4 Empire.
All right. That was fun. So
yeah, no, I think it's better.
He's about to take half our audience.
We still have an hour. We have an hour and 20 minutes. Let's get through. Come on, guys. Let's do it.
Let's do another Monet Mag. No way.
Okay. No, we have something way better than the Monet Mag this week for you guys. You missed him. You asked for him, and there he is, Tony Khan, the man himself.
I still can't believe he was in my state. I had no idea.
I mean, you can't look at this picture. That's clearly Arizona, right?
I mean, I with those courtyards in the background at the, all the nice hotels and places have those because aside from like June through September, we're outside all the time here.
Yeah,
the sun feels like it's around the corner.
Yeah, as we're coming up, like starting in April, it'll be like right on top of us. We'll be at the surface of the sun.
So Tony Khan he was at the NFL owners meeting today, guys, and of course, when you're at the NFL owners meeting, what do you have to do? Make a video about AEW for some reason.
Damn right. Forget trade deadlines.
He's so proud of that lanyard that says annual meeting 2026. He's like, yeah, I'm one of the owners too.
Yeah, I want to figure out what the correlation is between, like, does he think that maybe some like NFL blogs will be like, Tony Khan did a live broadcast from the NFL owners meeting today. Here it is. And then it ends up being about AEW. Do you think that maybe is it? Or do you think it's just a humble brag? Like, you think he's just like, look where I am. I'm here, guys. Okay.
And it makes him feel like he's an important businessman. Like he's actually successful at something.
Right.
No, it's his dad's business and his dad's teams.
Let's hear what you think he's trying to hide his hangover eyes with those aviators. So let's hear what Tony Khan has to say.
Hey, it's great to see you. It's a big Tuesday. It's a really exciting day. I'm thrilled.
This is sped up to 1.5.
He needs chapstick.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I mean,
Really
it is
bad.
dry here, but damn.
I know. Come on now. You're a billionaire.
So
Son.
yeah, this is 1.5 speed.
Get some Burt's Bees, man. Jeez.
To be here live at the NFL owners meetings in Arizona. It's a great day, big exciting day for the Jaguars. That 2027 we know we'll be playing in Orlando, and then 2028 coming back to Jacksonville in the stadium of the future.
The stadium of the future.
What's going on behind him? Is there like a hornet attack going on? Like I see.
There's people. This is the most active Tony Khan live I've ever seen. You'll see here in a minute. I see in the chat, Ewan Kumia said he's waiting for the Jaguars to move to St. Louis. No, thank you. We're fine.
Pass.
We have, you know what? Battlehawks are good. We like the Battlehawks. We'll be fine with the XFL.
If the Jags are moving anywhere, they're moving to London. So
yeah. I can't. I mean, they're building a stadium though. I can't imagine.
Then they got then Shad's threats worked because that's why he was every season they were doing one of their home games over in London. So
I disliked the Khan family before AEW because they were the ones who were trying to move the Rams to London back in like 2010 when the Rams sold, or when the Rams were first talking about selling. So all right, let's get back into this. Pay attention to the background. There's a lot of fun stuff going on.
I'm also paying
really
attention
awesome.
to his glasses because you can see right through him. And you can see his skinny hands holding.
Oh,
the
he's
phone.
holding the camera today too.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
The Jags and our fans, and also very excited about a lot of the great things we did here as a group.
There
The
you go.
NFL was an awesome meeting. Great to have all the coaches.
This is
all
what
the
actual
executives,
people are
everybody
doing.
together. This is why the NFL is the greatest league in the world. I'm here live, and anybody could walk through right now. That's what's awesome about the league. And being here. And
Anybody can walk through right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tom Brady's
almost-
just gonna go walk you past right now.
Yeah, on his phone.
Oh, wait,
That was crazy. It was almost like a scene from a movie. How they all
Tony
just
has
came out
those-
of nowhere.
beard. Tony has those big white lips like Tyrone Biggins.
Mm.
I wonder why.
Yeah. He's be drinking that apple juice.
being a Tuesday, it means that we're just one day away from Wednesday Night Dynamite.
Oh, that's
it's
right.
tomorrow night. Wednesday.
Every Tuesday, that's what I think. Oh man, we are just one day away from Wednesday Night Dynamite. I can't
One
wait.
more sleep. Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, one more sleep till Dynamite. It's
That's how he thinks his fans are. That people are actually
Mhm.
that excited about it, and I'm sure like 7 are, but the rest of us don't care.
I know who is one Mr. Nicebeard who you can hear about over on This Is Awful on Saturdays.
Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central on TBS and live on HBO Max. You don't want to miss this show. We're going to be in Winnipeg. AEW.
What is going on back there? Is that a flip
People
phone?
are wheeling and dealing, closing deals. They're ABCing. This guy's talking about AEW.
And just because it's sped up to 1.5 in the back, I just feel like it's the Benny Hill show in the background.
Yeah,
There's just
but
doors.
like-
Yeah.
It's
It's
every
so
time.
funny because Tony looks like he is talking and running
Yeah.
in normal speed, and everyone else is zooming by in the background.
Right. It's an REM video.
AEW Dynasty is coming up very, very soon, and there's so much to look forward to. Last year at AEW Dynasty, there was this fantastic three-way match I thought stole the show. Three-way match for the International Championship, and it involved Kenny Omega and Ricochet against Speedball Bailey. Well, Ricochet, a year later, has been one of the top challengers. He's been a great champion in AEW. He was the national champion.
We're just gonna act like the Ricochet stuff never happened. We just don't forget about that.
Oh, yeah.
He's been punished. We took him off for a week, so we did what we had to do. Okay.
MS stands for
Ricochet.
many segments. I mean, my goodness.
Maintains he thinks he should still be the top guy around here, given that he was never beaten in the ring, pinned, or submitted for the AEW National Championship. I have a lot.
Oh, wait,
Because
you know
that
what?
wasn't the match, Tony. It was a fucking battle royal.
You know what? Marv got me all flustered. I forgot about this.
Hey, Tony. I like the things you do. Hey, Tony. If I could, I would be you. Hey, Tony.
I thought we should be entertained once during this segment at least.
Yeah, really.
Pause too. What the hell face is he making?
5 minutes was hard work.
A lot of respect for
in that
Ricochet.
intro.
He says he thinks he deserves a place in the front of the line. Well, the guy in front of the line right now is somebody he knows very well, somebody he knows well from AEW Dynasty last year, and that's Kenny Omega, the #1 contender to the championship. Kenny Omega versus MJF at Dynasty coming up very soon.
What? What's he talking
Mhm.
about?
He's
Is
trying
he
to.
high?
So the reason he's doing this, because I didn't remember until he said it, but I remember now, like that three-way match between Ricochet, Speedball, and Kenny Omega was, I'm pretty sure, one of the ones Dave said was one of the best triple threats, if not the best triple threat of all time.
Okay.
So Tony's remembering that and like trying to put that over and using that to then promote, I guess, Wrestle Dynasty, but I thought he was promoting Dynamite. I'm not sure.
No. It's not Wrestle Dynasty. Wrestle Dynasty is a different event. This is
God
just
damn it.
Dynasty.
You're right.
Okay.
That's son of a bitch. You're right.
You know what's funny? I'm fat. I'm jumping around this video, and you can barely tell that I'm doing anything. Like, it's all the same. Okay, we're gonna start here.
It's all stuff. He says this. He repeats himself all the time.
AEW Dynasty. That's going to be a fantastic match tomorrow night, one-on-one on Wednesday Night Dynamite. And speaking of these huge matches and big grudges, I can't wait to see the Triangle of Madness, Sky Blue, Julia Hart, and the world champion Tekla take on the Brawling Birds, Jamie Hayter and Alex.
What?
The guy right behind him is just like, hold on, Brad. I got to go somewhere else. This fucking idiot in front of me is talking about some bullshit.
Okay,
You said 3 million?
We're gonna go really quick. We're really quick. I'm gonna go through the most interesting things that got booked in this Vince Russo Dynamite here, which is mainly just like there's one storyline going through the whole thing that it kind of sounds like Russo, but like good Russo, like it. So they made it so that they found extended footage of the Toni Storm attack, and you could hear a voice say she had to go in the background. And then it cuts to black. And then Tony comes up on screen and he says that due to the ongoing investigation into the assault of Toni Storm, AEW has entered a temporary risk management structure. Operational authority has been contractually transferred. And then MJF walks out and you find out that MJF he made a deal with Tony. Let me find out what the exact explanation was here. He made a deal with months ago. I bought into an insurance financial stake tied to AEW live events, specifically clauses tied to performer liabilities. And now I am, because of the Toni Storm attack, I am in charge of AEW. So then the whole thing goes into the Bucks are fighting with him because he's in charge of AEW, and he makes all kinds of weird matches because he's in charge of AEW. And then at the end, you find out that MJF attacked Toni Storm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What a twist.
You see? Oh, and I did like that the AI threw in a thing. So the main event was a 4-way, and it was Mercedes Moné, Marina, and Mina in a 3-way. But then at the very last minute, MJF said, "We have a return," and it was Britt Baker. And then Britt
Right.
Baker came out, and she was immediately eliminated because Russo. And then it ended with a big brawl where you find out that you think it was Marina, but it was actually Monet. It was very Russo-esque. I applaud the AI, but it came off more like good Russo and not funny Russo. So I didn't think we should use the whole thing. It would, but I'm starting to think that maybe Russo handling the company would still be better than Tony. What do you think about that? We didn't really talk about that. Would Russo at least be better than Tony?
Maybe in a disciplinary action, but they're about to they pull a lateral when it comes to their creative. Like,
Yeah, that's what I said.
They're running neck and neck on that front, but I believe Vince Russo might have more intestinal fortitude simply because he's been, he's gone through. Let's face it, guys. He swam with sharks. You know what I mean? Like he dealt with, Vince McMahon when Vince McMahon was really Vince McMahon. And
the pressure was too much for him, and he quit. He got eaten by sharks.
That is true. That is true. But he did swim a little bit. He swam a little bit. More so than Tony Khan has. So I believe, just because of his size. How tall is Vince Russo? I hate to really harp on it.
He's like 6'2" or something.
He knows how to, he could get that respect if he became more of a disciplinarian. But
it would be more fun. Right? Like, even if it's not good, it'll at least be. I wouldn't hate myself watching.
But then after 7 years, you'd hate it again. You know what I mean? Like, it would be the same old.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, really, weeks. It wouldn't take long.
But you know what? I've hated AEW. I can't stand watching AEW for 2 years. So if you can give me a few weeks where I'm okay with it, that's a plus.
Watch.
That's a plus. So, I don't know how that. Okay, I might actually, I might know how AEW got their ratings. So, I read these rumors and I just kind of dismissed them, and then I heard from somebody who might know a little that said that there's actually something to it.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not a lot of people. There's not a lot of people with money and power supporting Nielsen right now. Do you understand that? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, most of them are kind of moving to streaming, trying to get away from broadcast. They don't care about Nielsen ratings. It's more of a hassle than it is anything else. They're not fans of it. So Nielsen is kind of like everyone just knows they're on their way out.
Right.
They don't have a lot of friends. But someone apparently recently reached out to them and became very good friends with a lot of people at Nielsen. And also, that person suddenly had ratings that went up, and the other company had ratings that went down. So I don't know. I'm just saying that
I don't like this vague speaking there, Dis. Let's no, we gotta get into this.
That's what I was that's the information I was given, is that
I guess the question is, do you believe it?
Tony Khan had a lot of discussions with Nielsen after the ratings switch, and suddenly AEW's ratings started climbing and other people's ratings started lowering. And
interesting.
And it's interesting. It's something to think about, and it's something to look into in the future. If I had more connections, I could do more with it, but
I'm more willing to believe that there's a third party agency out there that can inflate Nielsen numbers by forcibly telling its members or its cohorts or whatever to switch on at certain times of the day, or when this program is on.
You notice that SmackDown went up, TNA went up, AEW went up. The only thing that went down was NXT.
Right.
The only thing that went down is NXT. The difference between NXT and all the rest of those shows is what?
Broadcast versus cable.
Exactly. So you could, if you pointed out that broadcast should be counted differently than cable for one reason or another, then you could, and AEW knows at this point they're never going to look good against WWE, and they don't care about TNA. But if they can figure out a reason that broadcast TV should be marked, should be lower. And I know that people kind of just roll their eye and say, oh, come on, there's no way Tony Khan's dad is a billionaire, an NFL owner. They have power. They have stroke. And when you're a company like Nielsen and you're just kind of gasping for breath, trying to stay alive, staying out of staying in the shallow water, trying not to get too deep, trying not to drown. One billionaire reaching out to you and saying, hey, you know what? I like you guys. Could make a lot of difference with your company in terms of investment, in terms of reason it would stay alive, in terms of,
infrastructure, things
right.
that don't have to be public at all.
Exactly. So I don't know.
And put this guy at the helm of Nielsen. Like, he's an analytics guy. What's his name? Tony Khan.
Claudio Castagnoli.
Yeah.
Tony Schiavone is in charge of Nielsen now or something.
Brian Danielson.
Yeah. Let's wrap this up.
Almost 2 years. The most watched Wednesday Night Dynamite last week in almost 2 years. And 2 years ago, we didn't have any
That was
viewers on
Janelle
HBO
Grant.
Max. Those are all new. It's all gravy, baby, since we added
All
HBO
gravy.
Max.
Oh my
baby.
gosh! Did he really just say that?
Mm.
Is that a dodo sound now for This Is Awful? Do we need to?
Almost 2 years. The most watched Wednesday Night Dynamite last week.
I really just want to look at the cake in the background.
The pancake.
Yeah, the white girl. Hey, it's white girl cake. You have to give him a break, Awful. You have to give him a break. It's a grade on a different scale.
You grade on a curve in the fact that she doesn't have as much.
Right.
Yeah.
Almost 2 years. And 2 years ago, we didn't have any viewers on HBO Max. Those are all new. It's
You
all
still
gravy,
don't.
baby, since we added HBO Max
all
as well.
gravy,
So
baby.
I'm very, very excited about tomorrow night, and I hope that you're excited too. And I hope that you'll join us 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, Wednesday Night Dynamite AEW. And thank you to everybody here at the NFL who's made this such a great meeting. It's great to see all of our friends, partners, sponsors.
How is there still like 30 seconds left in this video?
Is that Caitlyn Jenner walking behind him? Right
let's
now?
look again. Let's look. Yeah.
I hope that you're excited too, and I hope that you'll join us 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, Wednesday Night Dynamite AEW. And thank you to everybody here at the NFL who's made this such a great meeting. It's great to see all of our friends, partners, sponsors,
Yeah, that's Caitlyn
media
Jenner.
partners, and
Yeah, it is.
really great news with Jacksonville Jaguars spending 2027 in Orlando. And now I'm heading to the airport, and I hope that you all have a great Tuesday night, and I'll see you tomorrow for Wednesday Night Dynamite AEW on TBS and HBO Max coming up just over 24 hours from now.
Oh my gosh! End the show. End it.
Wednesday Night Dynamite. Don't miss it. Thank you very much.
Oh, that weird
Cap
smile.
cut.
That was me. I had to speed it up.
Like, all right, Tony.
I couldn't.
This is just.
I couldn't deal. It was originally 7.5 minutes long. I couldn't do that. So
Good grief.
we had to do that.
How dull must the scissors have been to get that sort of cut from his fucking beard? I mean, that thing was hard looking. I mean, you're worth billions of dollars.
He hasn't cut that beard. He has been growing that for 6 years, and that's the best he can do. Okay. That's it, man. You're lucky there's not bald spots on it. Regina Sharp for $10. I refuse to think I'll say Tony Khan. I refuse to think Tony Khan thinks that much about this crap. This isn't his advertisement for things. This is his friggin' blog. So, OMG, I totally am at the NFL owners meeting. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that yeah, you're right. I mean, you're right. And yes, you are right. This doesn't accomplish anything. And I think that he uses the excuse of I have to hype up Dynamite as a reason to brag about being at the NFL owners meeting, right? Like that's what I'm guessing it is in my mind. But
I get invited to the party. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. You just want to show off that you're there. I get it. It's like you want to do on this boat. Remember?
Yeah.
There's not really a first-rate company on planet Earth right now using third-rate advertising. If that makes any sense, it's just like, except for AEW. Like, say what you will about the production is okay, but when you have your owner going on his own phone and like advertising the show, it's just like, nah, bro, don't do that. Don't do that. Do something that's going to pop. Your face is not going to pop, man. Sorry,
Right.
It's just not going to bring any more viewers into the program.
Like
It might be
you know,
hurting.
Only thing his face is popping is zits.
Yeah. Jeez.
Regina Sharp for another 5. For those interested, this is apparently the Arizona Baltimore Hotel.
Biltmore Hotel.
Biltmore,
God damn
sorry.
it.
I'm far away. I
Yeah.
need glasses. I actually did get a notification. Is that your glasses prescription is overdue, and you need to It's a scam, I tell you, but then I can't read, so maybe it is not a scam. Biltmore Hotel, just an FYI. Thank you.
Yeah,
Which
honor.
is in the richest part of town. It's in Scottsdale. That's the
Yeah, I just saw the room rates, my man. $350 a night.
Woo!
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty steep.
And our weather sucks now. Like it was probably 500 last month when our weather was good because it was
wow.
it was in the low
course.
70s till about 2-3 weeks ago. And now it's 90 degrees and too hot.
Yeah,
Regina
5-star hotel.
Regina for another 5. No one ever wanted to hear Mercedes, Mina, and Marina had a 3-way. That's not true. I'd watch it. I'd be there. I'd be okay with it. I'd watch that. I mean, not the match. Is that what
no, I was thinking like, is Marina the dude in that situation?
right. Yeah, that's why. I'm fine with it. I have no problem.
She's the
That makes
slapper.
sense.
Yeah,
It all
'cause
makes
that's
sense.
the one I don't want to see. Yeah, the other two,
Good old,
sure, Marina.
good old FFM. We like. Thank you, Regina. And your partner George for $5. Russo at least has been told no several times. Tony, not so much. That's true. I mean, Russo. You know what's weird is I always say, like, a lot of times when I watch guy like Sami Zayn or CM Punk, right? CM Punk's a good example. I'm a fan of CM Punk, but I would probably hate that man in real life. I could never be friends with him. I could never sit down and have a conversation with him. We'd probably I probably couldn't stand him. He'd get on my nerves, right? I think I could probably hang out with Russo. I don't think I'd like him, but I think I could deal with him. Does that make sense? Like,
You're missing an important part here, Dis.
what's that?
They gotta like you.
That's true. People like me. I'm very likable. In real life,
good enough. I'm smart enough. Doggone it. People
Yeah,
like me.
really.
I'm not. You know what? I'm very few people's like 10, but I'm a lot of people's like 6, and I can deal with that. Okay, I'm very pleasant in real life. I can get conversations going and stuff. Russo seems like a guy that like he'd be like the guy in your group who's like fighting people and stuff, and you're always like, oh gosh, we gotta do this again. Okay, fine. And then but it's like he's our friend, you know.
Yeah, he's got a small Bible in the back of his pocket all the time. Pulls it out every so often. Bro, this passage.
Yeah. If I grew up with Russo, I could hang out with Russo. If he was like in that group, I could do it. CM Punk, I would have never been friends with. So that's saying something about Vince Russo. I don't know what, but
I don't get it either. Like you compared him to CM Punk.
Well, I'm just talking about, likability.
Vince Russo has the attitude of middle management, and Tony Khan, unfortunately, has the attitude of an owner. Like he knows when his ass is getting kissed, and Vince Russo doesn't know how far to take it. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't know how to hold back his, wanting to position himself into a job. And man, I just can't believe that you would do such a thing like this. It's tweets like that come back to haunt you in like 2-3 years, probably sooner than that because karma's a bitch, that comes up swift. But yeah, I mean, well, not a good move by Vince Russo.
Speaking of karma, I don't know why that wasn't a good segue. Speaking of people I wouldn't hang out with in real life, this was the original thumbnail for today. It wasn't the final thumbnail, but this was like usually on Mondays I put together a quick thing and then I edit it more on Tuesday, so this was my original thumbnail for this show because originally the whole show, like not the whole show, but the main topic was going to be the trial of Sami Zayn because on SmackDown, Sami Zayn beat Carmelo Hayes for the U.S. title.
Yes, he did.
Why? Why?
So that the match with Trick Williams could be for a title. I thought they were going to have a match without a title for it on it.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So you had like this is the we'll get in. I have evidence. I have all the dude.
Yeah, I know you're going crazy here.
Let's just do it. I'm so mad at Sami Zayn. I was the one out of all of you guys. I was the only one defending Sami Zayn, but I'm done. I can't not defend this man anymore. We have Exhibit A, Chad Gable, March 11th, 2024. Do we remember what happened to Chad Gable?
He didn't win the Intercontinental title?
Well, you see, I'm not going to read the text word for word, but he had a series of matches with Gunther where in the last one, he actually beat Gunther by countout. He gave him his first loss on the main roster while Gunther was the Intercontinental Champion. This happened back in 2023. It seemed like all the momentum was building for Chad Gable and Gunther at WrestleMania, and they even weeks later they did a gauntlet match on Raw where I have to let the slide move. They did a gauntlet match on Raw where the winner would get to face Gunther at WrestleMania. And Chad Gable had the promo of a lifetime. Dude, does anyone remember that? Or has it been so buried that no one can remember it?
I mean, I remember the stuff with his daughter more than anything of it, but
the vignette where he was talking about his kids and he was talking about how it was his destiny. He was talking about how so the match was Bronson Reed, Chad Gable, JD McDonough, Ricochet, and Sami Zayn and Shinsuke Nakamura. The only person who had a storyline with Gunther at the time was Chad Gable. Sami Zayn had a storyline at the time where he was sad because he wasn't going to be on WrestleMania. So he cried and cried and cried and cried. And what happened? Anybody remember what happened?
Well, Sammy got the WrestleMania match, and he won it because Chad pumped him up. Yeah, no, I remember.
Right. Sami Zayn won the gauntlet match, and then he did vignettes with Chad Gable for weeks where they transferred all of the heat from Chad Gable onto Sami Zayn so that he could have his match at WrestleMania with Gunther. And
so Gable could turn heel. That was a big part of it.
And Gable turned heel, yeah. Which look how he won. Remember when Gable beat Sammy for the Intercontinental title, and he had his reign that he all that work paid off. Remember that? Do you remember that, Jake?
Not that part, no.
Oh, that's right, because it didn't happen. Because what ended up happening was Chad Gable got given El Grande Americano, somehow made it work, somehow got it over. And then he got injured, and they gave that to Ludwig Kaiser. Since Sami Zayn interrupted his momentum, Chad Gable's career has been nothing but starts and stops. And Chad Gable was the obvious choice for that, but he couldn't do it because of Sami Zayn, of course. So Sami Zayn did eventually lose his Intercontinental title to Braun Breaker, but it did not happen. That date is wrong. Sorry about that. Like I said, this was a first draft that I never really got back to. He had he lost it to Braun Breaker, but he lost it at SummerSlam. Now people forget that, going in, they had a match at Night of Champions, and going into Night of Champions, Braun Breaker was on fire. He was getting Goldberg level responses. Do you remember that?
Kinda.
I wouldn't say that far with it.
Yeah.
WWE Goldberg levels responses.
Okay, but that's not much. I mean, I was at SummerSlam 2003 with Goldberg in the match, and we didn't care that much. But I get you. No, I get what you're saying though. The Gable stuff was more egregious to me than any of them.
Oh, this one is definitely not as big because Braun eventually, I say it in here, Braun eventually did get his title, but his momentum was killed because Sammy, of course, had to win. And why? Because it was in Canada. They needed to have Sammy win in Canada. Now, Breaker did go on to win the title. Now, we also have Jacob Fatu. People forget about Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu came back at the 3 Stages of Hell match between Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes. Before that, he was injured in an attack angle where they did who was the attacker, and I thought it was Randy Orton. It turns out that it was Drew McIntyre. He came back to confront Drew McIntyre at the 3 Stages of Hell, ended up helping Drew McIntyre win the title, and it seemed like right then you were like, okay, well, maybe we'll get some combination. We'll get Drew and Jacob, or we'll get Drew and Cody and Jacob, or something at Royal Rumble. It'll be nice to see Jacob really get that title shot on a major show and get his spot. And then what happened? Anybody remember what happened?
Well, hang on though. I never thought Jacob was really going to be for sure in the title picture. It kind of was like this is his foray into the main event stuff, doing a match with Drew though. I don't think Jacob was ready for the title yet. I know he was hot. But
I didn't say he was going to get the title.
I
but-
see being in a title match. I'm not sure if he was ready. Like he needed to be.
No, I'm
yet.
not saying he was going to get a title match, but I'm saying that it seemed pretty obvious that Jacob was going to be involved with Drew McIntyre going into Royal Rumble. And then the next week, they said, we're having a fatal four-way between 4 random people. Sami Zayn's in it. Let's give it to him because it's in Saudi Arabia. So we have to have Sami in the main event. We have to have him get the title. Or we have to have him not to get the title. I'm sorry. We have to have him fight for the title.
But see, to me, that match was more of a big win for Drew. Like, because if you're going to have this, Drew needed to get a title defense at a pay-per-view or a PLE that mattered. But it had to seem like a big match, but it really wasn't. It would have killed momentum for Trick. Damian Priest wouldn't have been a big match. Let's be real. Randy Orton would have been too big of a match. I mean, Jacob Fatu could have been put into that slot, but I feel like if Jacob Fatu loses that match, he loses momentum, as where with Sami, whatever. You know, it was one of those matches that looked like a big match on paper, but was not a big match in my point of view with it, because Sami was always going to lose to Drew.
Well, okay, but Jacob Fatu ended up going into the Royal Rumble and doing nothing. And you brought him back. You had him. If you're not going to have him fight Drew at Royal Rumble, why don't you bring him back at the Rumble? Why bring him back weeks before?
So that they could have the match be so that they could have this feud with Drew and Jacob going into WrestleMania. Because I mean, and he also had a mini feud with Cody too. I kind of thought Jacob did really well since he's been back personally, but
I'm not saying Jacob's done wrong.
I get you. I'm just.
You're kind of ruining this, Jake. I'm just letting you know.
With some facts and evidences.
Well, you said that you weren't defending Sami anymore. I'm like, somebody's got to be the defense in this argument. And I'm just pointing out what I said. I'm not even trying to defend it. I'm just.
This was rocking this one perspective the entire weekend.
I'm just giving my side of it. I don't know. I thought this was supposed to be a debate. If it's a trial.
When did I say this was a debate? When did
You
I
said
say
it was a trial. There's got to be two sides on a trial. Otherwise we're just, there's no due process.
This is the plaintiff, Akadis. He believes that Sami is sad and is slotted into positions he doesn't deserve.
I'm just saying that every time there was someone who gets every time Sami gets a push, it's at the expense of someone else. It's like, why the Gable thing is clear. The Breaker thing, I think, is pretty clear. I think this one is a little bit of a stretch, but I think that the Carmelo Hayes Dragunov thing is very clear too. Dragunov and Carmelo Hayes have been building that title and building the U.S. title division for months. When Sami had the U.S. title open, it was like a weird gimmick. When they did it, they were having great matches week after week, building a rivalry, building a story, building something around this title and making it important, to the point where Carmelo Hayes and Dragunov were not getting any pops before this run. And by the end, they were getting like every time Dragunov comes out, he gets a big pop. Every time Melo comes out, he gets a big pop. And this match seemed like a logical move, especially because, like you said, Trick versus Sami does not need the title.
I agree.
There's
this
no
one I
need
got
for the
nothing
title.
on. This one I agree on. This one I'm with you on 100% with it. I mean, I kind of think Carmelo might end up being Jelly Roll's partner, but I don't really know why. I just kind of feel like, because I feel like Melo deserves a WrestleMania spot, but so does Dragunov in a sense too. I thought they were going to have a WrestleMania match for the title, and it was going to be like the last match they had for the U.S. title. It was kind of where I thought it was going, but clearly I was wrong about that one.
Or I'd be okay if they were even going to do a multi-man match with all 4 of them. That'd be okay, but they've already announced an IC title ladder match, and they already have a 6-team match for the women's stuff. How many teams are going to be in that match?
4.
But you have
4. 8 women.
No. Listen though, you got the Bellas, you got Lyra, and I guess you keep the Kabuki Warriors out, right?
Yeah, because it's going to be the 3 Japanese ladies are going to have a triple threat. It'll be Asuka versus Kairi versus.
That's where they're going to go with that.
I've thought that for a year, and I think that's exactly where it's heading after what happened last night. I'm pretty positive that's really cool to have the 3 women born in Japan have a WrestleMania match together. Like that's cool for them, especially
Julia. Wasn't Julia born in Japan?
I think she was born in Italy, actually.
Really?
Yeah, she's half Italian.
I know she's half Italian. I thought she was.
I thought she was born in Italy. I could be wrong about that, honestly.
Now, okay, So what okay, we'll get to there's another part to this, and we'll get to that in a second, because he is fighting Trick Williams at WrestleMania. And you know, before we get into the trick stuff, we'll go here. Denisha's on your side. Love you. Trick is beating Sami WrestleMania for United States. It's going to be bittersweet. There's no complaints from this hate for Sami unnecessary. Did you just start listening to the show, Denisha? Because the Sad Sami thing has been going on for quite a while, but we do appreciate the $4.99. And okay, Trick winning that's a 345 topic. I don't want to get into it. I do have that set aside for 345. So we'll get into the specifics of the Trick Sami match here in a minute. But I did want to take a look. Did you know Trick had more interviews?
Why it's gonna
Trick was on First Take.
Wow, good for him.
I know. And remember how we looked at the
Where's that jacket again?
we looked at the first one, which was like a morning show, you know, with the wine moms. They did their thing, and he had a certain way of going, right?
Mm-hmm,
and then we did the Breakfast Club, and he had a totally different cadence. Wayne, you know, check this out. This is very much in the I am a athlete. Right, and it's really weird. It's really cool
where he ties in wrestling to plays in football or something.
Just
check it out for a second. Why it's going to mean so much to you, and what it would be like for you if you ended up winning the title there.
Yeah. On a serious note, I got to take the shades off of this because it means a lot to me. My mom, she's coming to Las
So this
Vegas,
one's actually about his
said,
mom. His mom's coming in to WrestleMania. He's talking about his match with Sami. I also want you to pay attention. He's very much coming off as a face here.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. People keep saying this is going to be like a double turn match. I mean, I kind of already feel like Trick is the baby face, and Sami's already acting like a heel. So
yeah, but nobody,
it's switching my mind.
Kind of. We'll get to, like I said, I have a few. So,
but Trick's a baby face though. He just is.
She's got a knee replacement, and you know she's rehabbing every single day. She said, "Baby, I ain't gonna miss your first WrestleMania."
So he's talking about his mama. He's got this part here.
Grind hard. If I do what I'm supposed to do, and I study, you know, if I watch the film, then you know good things will happen. And I just couldn't understand.
Why did this start late?
Because they told me if I work hard and if I grind hard, and if I do what I'm supposed to do, and I study, you know, if I watch the film, then you know good things will happen. And I just couldn't understand. Then I worked even harder. Then I found myself walking on to.
So he's talking about football right now. Awful. That's what that he's talking about when he was you know trying to be in the NFL.
The Philadelphia Eagles, as crazy as that sounds, just to get cut, you know, after camp. I'm like, man, this ain't making no sense. And then the WWE called. He said, are you interested in coming to a tryout? Never thought about it before that day. I was a fan.
Do you see what I'm talking about, though? How he's just totally different?
Yeah.
It's a totally different Trick. Here.
Yeah, no, this is much more like this is a sports-based presentation of Trick right now.
What are you thinking about this, Awful? How are you liking this Trick Williams?
It seems to match up. I mean, the man is quite charismatic. I mean, I'm sure he can do this kind of shit in his sleep. To be on a talk show, you know, and to be on a male-dominated sports talk show, you know.
Oh no, there's a woman here. He brought a woman.
Oh,
or he didn't bring a woman. Yeah, see, there's a woman there.
Because 50% of the audience is women watching this right now. I mean,
I didn't pull the clip. Oh, he Awful. Oh
no,
wait,
I'm still here.
There you go. Sorry, I meant to pull the clip off the TV, off the screen, and I accidentally pulled you.
I was sneezing. I thought I clicked something. I'm like, oh, what'd I do? I had to mute myself to sneeze. That's funny.
But
I'm not surprised by his you know how he treats his interviews. I mean,
I'm surprised at how well at his age and experience level. I'm surprised at how well he can go back and forth. How he can connect to the audience that he's in front of, how he can present himself in different ways for the audience that he's in front of. But I'm also this one definitely had more of a face feel to it. So that does bring us to our 3-4-5 segment this week. And man, we're gonna get done with this early. Do I have anything in the backup here? I do. I have a few more things. Don't worry. So this does bring us to our 3-4-5 segment. And my big question is, like, what do you see here in terms of Trick and Sammy? Are they going to do a double turn? Is it a good idea of turning Trick this early? Does Trick need the U.S. title? How much does it hurt the other guys that they're not involved in this match? Does the match need a title at all? That's kind of where we're going here. So, Jake, I'll give you the first word. Go.
No, the match does not need a title. Absolutely not. I don't think it did. I thought they would build up a pretty good feud going back and forth. And I kind of seemed like to me that organically Trick was becoming a babyface. He kind of came in as a babyface, even though they tried to make him a heel, because he's just got that cool factor. He's got something that's whatever it is, he has it in spades. And Sammy, like, I feel like a lot of people are, and I'm not as fully on the sick of him train, but I kind of am too. I've always kind of looked at him kind of just like
he hates you,
Sammy.
You know. He does hate you.
That's it happens. I get that. I get that.
He hates your people. We all know that.
I always say I'm heavy on the ish. I didn't get bar mitzvah. So I'm not really Jew. I'm Jew-ish, heavy on the ish. But I think that I think they've already kind of turned in the sense like people are getting sick of Sam, and Sammy's acting more heelish with how he's like freaking out and yelling at people backstage and stuff. So I mean, I think this could have been, and I'm not trying to compare it to like Austin and Brett, but when they had the double turn at 13, you didn't need a title for it. And I kind of think this one didn't need the title. That was the only surprise for me, is that it ends up being for the U.S. title, because I really thought Mello and Dragunov could have had an awesome match at Mania for it, and everybody could have won. Okay, but
here's my biggest thing about Sami Zayn that I hate all the time. It's that he always acts like he is. Why does he always have to get depressed? Why does he always have to be, oh, I'm not getting a shot? Oh, and now I understand it might be for a heel turn, but he's done this 4 other times. Like, why do we keep having to think that Sammy's winning titles? He's getting on every show. Why is he not getting used? And why does and what is he good? I don't think Trick Williams beating Sami Zayn does anything for Trick Williams. I think like just being
sure
on the
does.
show,
He beats a WrestleMania main eventer.
But
I mean,
but who cares? It's Sami Zayn. Does anybody take? Maybe I'm just out of it. I cannot take Sami Zayn seriously. Do people still take Sami Zayn seriously?
I mean, they still do his song when he comes out, don't they? They do the whoa.
Yeah, but they do that for. I mean, Lyra Valkyrie gets that too.
Now she wasn't before. I feel like it was piped in like the CEO chants before, and now you actually see the crowd doing it.
I don't know. I can't get behind Sammy. I don't. Awful. What do you think?
Yeah, this match needs a title.
So you don't need a title.
Yeah, of course it does. You can't have Trick Williams hanging over Sami Zayn in a win just with the referee just holding his hand up. He's got to have a title in his hand. It's got to be a big moment. They're trying to make WrestleMania everything having some sort of moment, some sort of memorable thing happen in each one of these matches. And that's got to be it. They've got to have
what I think would have been better.
What's that?
Do Trick and Mello.
They're saving
too soon.
Yeah, I said too soon.
How is it too soon? What's it too soon for? You do the first one. Why is that too soon?
Because you got to build up a history first. How about Trick Williams winning the U.S. Championship, and now Carmelo Hayes is just like, hey, bro, and play that same angle that they played in NXT, but ultimately, that Carmelo Hayes wants the U.S. Championship.
So suddenly you're going to have, but if you can't do that right after WrestleMania.
All right, maybe not that storyline, but you can't do Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams at WrestleMania either.
Why not?
Too soon.
Too soon. What do you keep saying too soon? When is not too soon?
Next year. I just think for Trick's first Mania match, having
really
is good, because it's a big moment. Like even the giant crowd, like it. I think wrestling a veteran is a smarter move for a guy who's.
It's a bigger moment. It's a bigger moment for Trick Williams to. Okay,
I'm joking.
A lot of people do too. But damn, you've thrown me off with your silly comment. Yeah, Trick Williams does better having the championship raised over his head with Sami Zayn than it would be with Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes is not of the Sami Zayn aura. Say again?
I said I'm the host. I'm adding more time.
Okay.
He's fired up. No, I like fired up this.
No, I don't get it, guys. I don't get it. I don't get why we're suddenly like Sami Zayn what has he done that makes you want to see him wrestle? To explain it to me.
He's a
Sell
utility
Sami Zayn on
guy.
it.
I think you're not looking at Sami. You're looking at Sami Zayn as some sort of like character. It's almost like Sami Zayn, especially in the last few instances that you put up there on file, is that he's a great utility guy. He cleans up a mess that may happen.
But what was the mess? What mess did Carmelo Hayes and Elijah Dragunov have? They got over. They got a title over. They were getting people to care about something that Sami Zayn couldn't get them to care about.
Maybe they see something that we don't see. Maybe they look at Carmelo Hayes. Maybe there might be a drop in the ratings, whereas with Sami Zayn there might be a rise in the ratings, and it could be just as simple as that.
I don't know. Maybe, just maybe, Sami Zayn is a special little snowflake for Triple H that he constantly has to baby.
I know, but we didn't see that in your files.
Sad. What?
We didn't see that in your files.
I was going to get to that. I mean, that is, I think, where it just seems like they treat Sammy with kids' gloves all the time. And it's like he's going to win the title next year, awful. Sami Zayn's going to be the world champion next year.
I'll take that bet. I don't think he will be.
I absolutely think he will be.
Nah.
1,000%. Sami Zayn will win the title next year.
Nah. Unless they have a PLE in Montreal, no chance.
No, they have a WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia.
And Saudi doesn't care about him anymore. Saudi's become westernized in the last few months.
They cared about him so much last time he was there.
For that title match?
Yeah,
they really did. I'm not kidding.
After the show, they chanted that Triple H should die or whatever.
After the show. It wasn't on air. I don't know. I don't view Sammy as that guy. Like in Montreal, okay, I can see them having a moment, but why? Like he's an underdog. That's kind of his story, and that's where I think he's going to go super heel with it because he just can't get the title win. I don't ever see him being a world champion. Like it just doesn't make sense to me.
He'd have to really peel back a layer that we've never seen before.
With the roster the way it is now, too, it's just like there's too many people on the roster that would deserve it much better.
Real. It's not real. And I'm sorry.
I'm just talking about marketability. I'm not talking about real. I'm talking about who's marketable.
I don't know. I'm not saying he's going to hold the title for a year and be a generational champion, but I'm saying they're going to give him the title. It's going to happen. I can't imagine them not. They have done nothing. Like, why? Okay, go back to the Chad Gable thing. Why did Chad Gable need to get off WrestleMania and make way for Sami Zayn? Go back to look at this year. Why are Carmelo and Dragunov? What are they going to do now? Are they going to be? They're not going to be in the IC title match. We already know that. So they just all of this work that they've done for the past 5 months building that title means it's just now we're just going to give that to Sammy. Like that makes me angry. I'm sorry, it makes me angry.
Hey.
Well, I mean,
Sami Zayn may fill in blanks that Carmelo Hayes and Ilya Dragunov may not be able to. I mean,
do you think there's one person who's buying that?
He might be better internationally for their company than Ilya and Carmelo Hayes.
I mean, Ilya and Carmelo Hayes have years ahead of them. Sammy's on the down. He's on the downslope of his career, so
he's going to be a great transitional champion. Okay, you don't want Carmelo Hayes to just start heating up a feud with Trick Williams with what 19, 20 days to go.
Dragunov. Put him in with the person that you've been building the feud with for months.
Okay, and that I agree with. I totally agree that it should have been Trick and Sammy without a title, and Carmelo and Ilya for the title. Both could have been on Mania, and I'm not sure why they didn't do that, but is what it is. I'm not gonna. I get it, but I don't get that mad about booking.
Right, but we're doing a show and we're supposed to.
I get you. Yeah, I get you. No, and I'm just been the other angle of it. I just plus I got all my rage out with Russo. I got my that was like therapy for me earlier. I was like, calm down. I'm much better off.
It seems like every time I complain about WWE, people are like, "Why is he JD from New York all of a sudden? Why does he?" It's like I can have different opinions.
But it's our precious Fed though, Dis. You're our precious Fed. I know Boris isn't in the chat tonight, but he always used to say that it's your precious Fed because like we care so much.
It does.
It's fired him up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't.
Good. I like it.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, honestly. It happened to Chad Gable, who was my favorite wrestler at the time, and now it's happened to Dragunov, who is my son's favorite wrestler. And I don't get it. I just don't get it. Like Sami Zayn, I
What are you
understand.
trying to get that would like make you go, aha?
One reason why you can't make, why couldn't, like I said, why couldn't you just do Sammy and Trick and also do Dragunov versus Melo?
Why can't you say maybe on this one Triple H doesn't know how to fucking book?
Is that what I'm saying?
No, you haven't said it directly. I mean, what this
because I
all
don't
boils down to is that Triple H can't book.
I don't think it's
That
because
I
well,
mean,
yeah,
that's
because when you're batting 500, I'm not going to say you can't book. You know,
When it comes to Sami Zayn, Triple H can't book.
it's his weak spot. I definitely think it's his
I would
weak
say,
spot.
yeah, I'd say it's his blind. I could see that. Just say it's his blind spot. I'm good with that. That tracks.
I definitely think he has something. There's something about Sam.
And
Like,
maybe it's just like the hard.
I, for one,
working
I'm tired of talking about Sami Zayn.
I'd
right
much
now.
rather it be Finn Balor, who Triple H had some weird affinity for, as opposed to Sami Zayn. But that's just me, I suppose. I didn't think I was going to find this much pushback about the Sammy stuff, but apparently you guys love Sammy. I don't know.
Whoa. Hey, I was
What?
no,
I'm
no, the
middle
chat,
grounding
too.
it
There's a
here.
bunch
I'm
of people in
just-
the chat are like, "Oh no, we love Sammy." Like, I'm
And that I
surprised.
also think is very true that there is a good part of the fan base that still really likes Sammy. Like I'm not part of it. I guess I'm middle ground on him. Like I don't really care one way or the other. I've never cared that much
Dig
about
it.
Sad Sammy. It's like he bothers me or that I'm rooting for him. I mean, I like the WrestleMania 39 with Kevin Owens and they beat the Usos. That was probably the last like Sammy story I was really into. That one I did like that. Beyond that, yeah.
No, Sammy post Bloodline. It was basically like after once.
Yeah,
and
I'll give you that.
saying-
Yeah.
I'm not saying once he left the Bloodline. I'm saying once his Bloodline story was done. You know, I think that's where it just stopped. It just ended up being this weird cycle where it's like now Sammy's depressed, so we're gonna give him a shot, and then we're not gonna use him for 3 months, and then something big's gonna come up. And
What?
he's gonna get depressed, so we're gonna give him a big shot. We're gonna give him the big match, and then we're not gonna use him for 3 months, and then he's gonna be depressed, and then like it's just,
Far-
it's the
far be
same
it from-
thing over and over and over.
Far be
again.
it from me to be, to accuse you of speculating. But what makes you think that Sammy's depressed? Like, what evidence?
No,
what
I'm saying
file
on his
folders?
character. His character.
Okay,
I'm talking
but
about his character. They make his character depressed on TV, and it's annoying. Over and over again. Awful. Like, seriously. Yes, you and Kumi is doing a countdown to Marvin's show in our chat. So, Marvin is starting 30 minutes.
you and you
Cameras
bastard.
all over this show.
That's funny. What?
Okay. I mean, well, everyone, you know, they're doing a countdown. I mean, you want to put up a.
Hang on. See, this is where you go. It's one person doing a countdown. Not
I'm
all.
joking.
Yeah,
It was a
I-
joke, Jay.
He was trying to rush us out of here.
I know, right?
I was trying to give an excuse as to why the show's going to end like 10 minutes early.
Yeah, we're good. There's plenty of stuff to talk about.
Like last night's Raw. How about that?
Yeah, that's my next topic. So a lot of stuff happened on last night's Raw. You had Cody and Stephanie, which we didn't really get into. We have the I Show Speed helping Logan Paul and Austin Theory win. You had the Oba Brock with Triple H in the middle of them there. You had Gunther and Seth Rollins.
Yeah,
'Cause
that one's
reasons?
kind of sewn together. Oh,
Wait a second.
oh.
We got $50 from AA, 4 a.m. And I wanted to super chat before I doze off. Thoughts on the WrestleMania 3 Hogan versus Andre match induction? Last year had the WrestleMania 13 Brett versus Austin match. So what do you all want to be the next year's inductee? Appreciate you. Deuces. So before we get into that, let's do one of these here. Which one should I do? We'll do which one should I do? Should I do Red House or we'll do this?
We got one!
Thank you very much, AA. So Andre and Hogan are going to be inducted for the WrestleMania 3 match. Awful. What are your thoughts?
the question, I guess, who do you all want to be the next year's inductee? I think next year's inductee, if they have it, will be Razor Ramon versus Shawn Michaels in the first ladder match at WrestleMania.
Okay. Well, he did ask for your thoughts too. So
yeah. I mean, yeah. Great. I mean, it's only the match that turned the tide of the company. I mean, the build-up was great. See, a lot of people forget about that build-up.
Oh yeah,
a lot of drama involved in that one. You know,
you're bleeding.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you're bleeding.
You're
yeah,
bleeding.
that was exactly right.
Yeah, I mean, from the Piper's Pit to the contract signing. I mean, that shit. When you're young, even kind of like, I guess, of college age, that shit was kind of intense because Andre was just a big, ugly looking motherfucker that looked like he could just take you out just by his stare. And Hogan really had that look of like, oh my God, my life is over at WrestleMania 3. So they, it was the perfect formula to change business around. And I mean, goddamn it, packed an entire football stadium. So that just shows you how big.
93,000 people.
Was. Yeah.
It might have been the last real like Hogan match where it was the good guy Hogan with everyone behind him versus the bad guy Andre with no one behind him. Because when you look going forward, you had Macho Man as his next one. And it was kind of, I wouldn't say 50-50, but there was definitely a segment of the crowd who liked Macho Man better.
Yeah.
And then Warrior, and then going forward, it was just always kind of Hogan had detractors. But WrestleMania 3, there wasn't a soul in that building who wanted Andre to win. Jake, what do you think about the match being inducted itself?
I was honestly surprised it wasn't the first one inducted. When they said it last year and it was the Brett and Austin one, my first thought was, shouldn't it be Hogan and Andre for the first one? Because like Awful said, that is the biggest moment. I mean, obviously moving forward, there's been stuff that's been close, but through most of our youth and even into the Attitude Era, like, I mean, they always had, when they had the opening little blurbs, like the world is watching, you always saw the Andre slam. And even just saying like the Hogan slamming Andre as the ultimate moment, like the match is one thing, but that moment of Hogan slamming Andre, I mean, not to go back to Sammy, but when they redid it with Wee Man and Sammy, like they clearly were paying homage. That's I'm not surprised at all. The only surprise that it took it this long to get in. I thought it would have been the first one. As for what should be the next year's one, that's a tough one. I'm trying to think of like the older ones that could matter. Because I mean, they're for WrestleMania matches. I mean, you could go Steamboat and Savage if you're trying to do the match. Another big moment could be that the Mega Powers exploding, or even Hogan and Warrior. Those are big. Those were big moments too.
Jake versus Rick Martel in the blindfold match.
Yeah.
Oh God, the blindfold match.
Match was awesome.
Something tells me that they are going to do Hogan Rock next year.
Okay. I could see that. I could also see that the Undertaker and Triple H one where Shawn Michaels was the ref. I could see that one too.
Yeah, especially if it's in Saudi Arabia. Because the idea that like they might think that we'll get we have The Rock here, let's get two done in one kind of thing, like let's just
you know what I think it's gonna be?
What?
Chris Jericho versus Shawn Michaels.
Why?
Because apparently people love that match, and Chris Jericho might be back by that time.
Okay. I think Chris Jericho might be back tomorrow, by the way. In AEW. So
man. Jericho and Russo
together again. First, April Fools, get it?
Oh,
he
God.
tricked you. He tricked you good. So
is this whole Tony and Russo thing just one elaborate April Fool?
I don't know. That'd be great.
God, please, I'm begging you.
We'll hit up the Sammy ones from the 345. Renee Sharp for $5. Triple H. Oh no, my sweet Sammy Boo Boo is sad. Who made my sweet Sammy sad? Thank you. I appreciate that, Regina. Chris Connor for $2. I hear you, Dis. Unfortunately, Jake's a Sammy fan.
Never
Jake's
said that.
getting it. Jake's
Never
getting
said
it.
that.
I'm glad someone on this show is getting gaslit that isn't me for one.
Well, I mean, when I did join and you became the host, you kind of I was taking over that like trying to be positive spot, and it bit me in the ass today. That's
yep.
Yep.
You'll know better next time, won't you?
No, I don't.
I said, no. No, I'm not mad at you at all. I have to argue with you because that's what But
Yeah, no, I saw it. And we've been able to laugh about it. We don't have to.
Yes.
We're just laughing. We're having fun, guys.
Regina Sharp for $5. I said it before, but I'll say it for money again. Sammy is the only damn wrestler I genuinely ask, why is he here? And I wouldn't go. I'm not going to go that far. I get Sammy's place. I just don't. I think they have him way higher than where he should be. Personally, I guess that's just my thing. But thank you guys so much for your super chats. Eric in the chat. So Dis has moved into the Marv spot, and Jake has slid into the Dis spot. Not quite. I think the Dis spot just got a promotion a little bit. But anyway, back to Raw. So, and then we also had, of course, Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman, and we had CM Punk versus and Roman Reigns really kind of do nothing there at the end. So we're going to bring up the countdown timer here again. And this time I'm going to give the first word. I gave it to Jake last time, so Awful gets it this time. Awful, what do you want to talk about from Raw last night? Go.
Oh, yeah, there was a great segment between Brock and Oba. I think, to be quite honest with you, I don't think Oba should have circled the ring, but that's just me. As far as the Stephanie,
go ahead.
Stephanie McMahon, Cody Rhodes segment had a weird out, if you ask me. Like, she just left the ring. And see, that was a moment, by the way, that was begging for Cody to put her in the crossroads.
Yes,
I don't know about you, but it was for me. I was just like, oh, so this is how Cody's going to go to the dark side, because it called for that. And the only thing that he got out of that is a thank you. And another great moment for me was Roman Reigns and CM Punk. My question is just like, with 19 days left, 20 days left, like, my goodness, where do you go from here? You guys can't talk no more. You done through each other through goddamn announce tables. So what are you going to know the next 2 weeks?
So let's
is
go with
Roman going to be around?
Yeah, Roman. I don't know if Roman's going to be around. That's a good thing.
There you go.
And so it might be a lot of CM Punk and the Usos, which might be why they got the titles off the Usos. It's because they're going to kind of pivot to that. I do want to circle back to the Brock Oba thing. So you didn't like him circling the ring like that?
Little too slow, but I like the fact. But see, I understood the second he got into the ring, the crowd exploded. You know what I mean? Like, so he circled the ring. Oba stepped up into the ring, and he got a massive pop. It's
a Brock thing too. Brock has done that a lot.
Yeah. I
where he comes out and he circles his prey.
Right.
And so a lot of this was symbolic, with it being like now Oba
and with
Brock
what
is the
Heyman
prey.
said.
Yeah, Brock is the prey and Oba is the hunter at this point.
I saw a couple comments on social media talking about how, like, in a serious moment like this, Oba Femi should not be dancing down to the ring.
Oh, no.
That's not a dance. That's a war. That's a war stomp, first and foremost.
Yes.
And it's not like he's coming down with the fucking banana smile, going like, "Hey, kissing babies and all that."
Like AJ Lee, like he's
right.
It's showing his confidence. And I liked him going around the ring, if for nothing else, because Heyman said, "Oh, when Brock's ready to fight, it'd be in a puddle of your own piss." And Oba walked around like, "No, I'm fine. I'm still confident. Yeah. I'm confident in myself." I thought that was a cool part of it. And all it did was build the crowd. You could like feel it. I forget, was it JR Deal's comment earlier, but you could see the arena was shaking because of it. That was cool.
And you can see clearly how much Brock Lesnar likes.
Oh God,
guy.
Yes.
Brock Lesnar loves Oba Femi. He would not let Oba Femi get this much heat on him.
I was at the Go Home Raw before WrestleMania 39 when it was Brock and Omos, and like Omos pushed Brock out of the ring, but you could like Brock sold, but he sold what he had to sell because he was, respectful to Vince, and that's what Vince wanted him to do. He wants to do this for Oba. He's trying to get him as over as possible because Brock knows he's gonna retire sooner than later, and Oba's gonna run the company.
Those security guards took one for the team too, boy.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. But that's also a testament to how great Oba is, because like he showed the fire at the right time. That double clothesline that he performed on those security guards was awesome, and that that just toss of RJ City onto the into the
Oh,
middle of the
No, that
it looked
was
just
RJ
like
Shitty.
RJ's.
That was RJ
Yeah.
Shitty.
But he landed right on his back, and it was just like, that's how you do it. You know what
And
I
the
mean?
push
Like,
to Pierce was awesome because Pierce hit
because
the corner of that thing. That looked like it
he knew how to sell it too.
Yeah. Oh, exactly.
And Triple H run at the end, that was like the cherry on like the
I don't
idea
know. That was the part where I was just like,
Really?
Triple
'Cause
H.
to me, it's just like it's that important that the owner, not the owner, but the highest ranking person in the company has to come out and separate him. It's that important. Like that's the feeling I got out of it. That's
I think you should just bring in 100 more security guards. That's
but he
just
beat
me.
them all. Like with Triple H, there's a reason he can't attack Triple H, right? Like Triple H is the boss. You can't hit the boss. You had to have someone there who he couldn't hit because it doesn't. Real quick before
But we all know why he couldn't hit him.
Yeah, before we get to the end, Seth Rollins with Gunther. Does anybody have any complaints or anything about that? Because it doesn't make a lot of sense, but I kind of don't care.
That's where I'm at. Like, like obviously they wanted it to be Breaker. He's not going to be healthy in time. You had to pivot somewhere. Gunther needed a match. Maybe Gunther gets to become a Heyman guy too. And like, obviously Brock's going to go. I could see in the sense of how Brock is, because I could see Brock after losing to Oba. We don't see Brock till SummerSlam, maybe later. And then
awful quick.
Talk about an unholy alliance. Heyman and Gunther.
All right. That's it. That was that one's only getting 5 because I have a video to show you guys.
Okay.
For the last segment, for the last one here. Awful was very excited about this.
What you got for me here?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to explain what this is, Awful?
Sure. Scott Gilbert is Ted DiBiase Jr.'s lawyer. And I guess Scott Gilbert was doing some sort of Zoom or some sort of live or Instagram or what have you.
Looks like he's on StreamYard. So
that's what I was gonna say. I'm like,
right. Yeah. He was
and Awful. We've got to say it right. He's Ted DiBiase's amazing lawyer because everybody else got busted and did a plea deal.
That's
Ted
right. This guy was like, "We're going to trial, motherfuckers."
Hey man, yeah. He Johnny Cochran
13 charges hanging by a thread. Yeah. Life on the line.
Else, and with everybody
Hang on
else,
just a second. Yeah.
19th.
April 19th. All right, well, let's book it.
Vegas.
No problem.
Oh, I like it. I know what we got going on there. April 19th. That looked like Ted. That looked like Ted DiBiase Jr.
Okay, so Ted DiBiase got a very real phone call in the middle of his lawyer's podcast appearance,
right?
Where he was beckoned to be somewhere on the 19th, and he asked his lawyer for permission. I'm gonna let Awful go first again because I know that this is your explain why we're even talking about this, Awful.
Well, because my prediction came true. I think I said it.
Come true.
Well, I mean, yes, it did. I mean, what would you call it? How would you explain it?
I call this Ted DiBiase trying to get people to talk about him. That's what I'd call this. I call this Ted DiBiase throwing his line in the water and hoping the WWE bites.
He's
because he can't pay Scott Gilbert. Scott is just like, yo, bro, we got to do something.
What'd you say, Jake?
I just said we call that pulling a Russo. Putting the line out there, hoping, come on, somebody give me a job. Somebody give me a paycheck.
My only thing is that there's no way, if this was real, there's no way that WWE would be like, you know what would be a good place to drop a hit? on the podcast that your lawyer is going to be a guest on. If we call you and you're in the background, that sounds like a great way to introduce this storyline to WWE television.
You know what we'll do? We'll call them during the Legal Beagle broadcast, and we'll see if they pick up some traction or whatever. I heard they have 135 people watching right now. That's crazy. So yeah, let's make that happen.
It did get all over the internet, to be fair. But I'm sorry, Awful. I don't think that this is a check mark in your like after your name yet. I don't think we can give you this prediction.
Oh no, listen, I'm not looking for a feather in my cap. I never do. But I do say that my prediction still stands. Ted DiBiase will be in Las Vegas, and he will be at Wrestlemania, and he'll be a part of the festivities with Cody and Randy. That's what I believe.
What do you think, Jake?
I mean, I jokingly made a tweet when we first saw Randy on the phone. I'm like, is he on the phone with Ted DiBiase Jr.? Like, I didn't think it was actually going to happen, and I still don't really think it will because they would have had to push. I mean, if they were showing more of when they were showing like the legacy videos or like the clips of when Cody was younger with Randy, they purposely kept Ted out of those and made it seem like Legacy was a duo and not a trio. If they start switching that, I could see maybe of it, but also like what kind of shape is Ted DiBiase in? Like he also didn't really have a love for the business from what I remember. That's why he got out of it. I don't
So that does lead us to the question then, who? I mean, obviously last night they did the Stephanie thing. Whether that was to say it's not going to be Stephanie or to plant a seed in your head to think it might be Stephanie, I'm not sure. They were clearly testing. They did No Chance in Hell. So it almost seems like they were testing the waters. I'm not saying that they're like, we're bringing Vince back, but I think that there was a bit of like, I wonder how they're going to respond to this. I wonder.
A trial balloon.
Yeah, like just like TKO throwing it out there,
checking the temperature.
But why? Like, what did they get out of it? I mean, there's nothing to bring Vince back that they can get a positive out of it.
I agree, kind of, but like at the same time, it just depends, man. You have to remember The Rock's on the board, and The Rock loves Vince McMahon.
A lot of people
I don't think
Vince
that
McMahon.
much. Yeah, I don't think enough to where you want to bring that baggage back.
I think they would. I think The Rock would. I think The Rock would.
I think The Rock would want to, and Nick Khan would say, "Fuck no! I had to work with Vince for years, and that guy held us back. Look where we are without him."
Like I said, I think that they will always test the waters and see who they can. I don't know, man. I don't think they should.
Maybe.
But
Let me tell you something.
Go ahead, Awful.
If on like we wake up one day, like on a Monday morning, and we see an article that says Vince McMahon cleared. Charges dismissed, some wacky ass fucking shit, because that's how wrestling works. You know what I mean? Like that's how wrestling news works. And then that very night, the man could show up on television on the Raw.
And and honestly, you know why you do it is because you don't want Vince McMahon. Like even if you just bring him in and bring him on, put him on TV once, and then just kind of have him, pay him and not have him on TV or something. You don't want. I'm not saying that I think Vince McMahon could start a company that would be competitive against WWE for real, but I do think that he could take their Saudi deal away. You know what I mean? Like I think there are things that Vince McMahon could do that could cost them money. I think that Vince McMahon and AEW could be a problem for TKO. It's crazy, but there are reasons that you'd want him at least on your side. And now, especially now that he's out there talking about doing stuff again,
I could see, what you're saying on paper, but like the Saudis love stars, and then Vince and Tony wouldn't be compatible. Like Russo makes sense to work under Tony because Russo will take orders. He says he wants to be the booker, but he just wants a job. He'd be willing to throw ideas at Tony and hope he puts them on TV. Vince and Tony together, it just wouldn't work. Like they're too. Because Vince would want to take control and Tony wouldn't let him. So I don't think that would work. And then the Saudis want stars on their shows. And I mean, Vince might be able to get a couple, but not as many as WWE can get.
I don't know. I mean, it depends on how you look. Like apparently they have a very good relationship. And that's when the difference is between having a show in your stadium and owning the company and running a show. Like they started their own boxing company. They started their own soccer league. They started,
Vince is 83 years old.
Yeah.
Jesus. Listen. All right. Let's get real, folks. Vince is not long for this world. And
not with how many steroids he did. No.
I mean, for real. I mean, and he I don't know. He might be making investments, but I don't think he's trying to hurt any company. I mean, but I do believe if, the very second this man is acquitted or whatever it is, like charges are dropped or he doesn't have to pay or whatever it is that the outcome may be that is in his favor, he's on television that very night. The next SmackDown, the next NXT.
No, because I mean the thing is, even if he gets acquitted, we still know he had chat. Like I don't know, I don't see any positive in bringing Vince in on television for anything. It doesn't. All it is bad publicity. There's no reason
to say goodbye.
He can
Like
do it on-
Johnny
he can
Carson
do it on
showing up on
Stephanie's
the
podcast. He can do it on Steph's podcast.
I'll tell you what, Jake, I was totally with you until they played Last Chance, No Chance in Hell, and the
When did they-
crowd
I don't-
went insane.
When
last
did that happen? I have not seen
when
that.
Stephanie came out at the beginning of Stephanie, when Stephanie came out, they started her music with "No Chance," like they started with that.
what?
They
I don't
used the
remember that at
Vincent
all.
for it. Yeah,
I don't.
So-
I didn't catch that. I just
Did
thought
they-
it was Stephanie's
I-
terrible music. I didn't hear it.
Yeah,
But
really.
honestly, like it's the beginning of the show for me. I was still kind of getting like settled and stuff, and I was trying to. I watched the first hour live, which was tough to pull off with it being at 5. But I just thought it was Stephanie's music. But and there's also New York. If Vince is gonna get a pop anywhere, it would be an MSG. But I just don't see any benefit to it.
I got a question, gentlemen, pertaining to Raw's fucking production. What is going on there? Like, now listen, I don't pay for my Netflix. My wife does that. But I don't know what kind of subscription tier there is or whatever, but like they would go to black, they'd fade to black, and then immediately come back up. And it'd be the same image, you know, like it's just like what's going
were you
on? Is that
watching?
just,
Okay, were you watching after the show?
was I watching? No, I was watching live.
Were you watching live or were you watching on fast forward? Like, did you pause at all during the show? Did anything?
No, I did not.
Were you on an international feed? Did you have commercials?
I had some commercials. Like there was one time where Liv Morgan was in the ring forever, and I was just like, what's going on? They fade to black, they come back on. Liv Morgan's still prancing around the ring.
It
They go
sounds
back.
That's not WWE. That's Netflix.
Yeah, it
That's a
actually
Netflix
sounds like
issue.
what happened is that for some reason your feed didn't get some commercials. Because what happened? So on the international feed, when they go to commercial, they fade out and they fade back in. And the international people keep getting the show, and everyone else and people in America get commercials.
Honey,
so it
did you
sounds
get
like
top
what
tier?
happened. Even with
No,
top,
it doesn't. Yeah,
doesn't matter,
it's
yeah.
an international
Okay.
versus
So in-
North American.
So it could have been that your wife got Netflix on a VPN.
Ooh.
And and so they would not get commercials. Or I have had it where I've accidentally gotten the international feed before.
Right.
That's happened like once, I think. So it might have just been something like that. That's an international thing, though.
And
Well,
the
yeah,
other
I
thing that sorry, go ahead.
Go
No,
ahead.
I was saying I've watched it like a day or two later, and usually the commercials are there, but I've watched it a couple of times, like on a Tuesday or Wednesday, and the commercials aren't there. It does what it cuts to black and then comes back really quick where the commercial should be. So I've seen
Right.
that happen too. But Netflix they had issues last week. Obviously they're trying to do some kind of change with going live for baseball and stuff. Whether they've done more, so I think that's probably more of what it is. But I don't know.
Another thing that I found the
heard-
problem with yesterday watching was like you can't hear the wrestler's music. Like it doesn't sound like it's very prominent anymore. Especially like with Lyra Valkyria music. Io Sky's music was booming. But Raquel Rodriguez's music wasn't booming. Like it was just like
awful. I don't think Raquel got an entrance on our show. I think you got
you got
some
the international
weird-
feed, I think.
Yeah, you got the international feed, bro. And they may have had something weird there because Io Sky didn't have an interest on the show either.
She had
by the way,
she had the end
they-
of the entrance. I caught the
Right,
the
very
extra
end of
come
her
at the
entrance,
end.
yeah.
I saw the beginning of the entrance and then it went to commercial.
Yeah, I just think you had some
Like she
weird- I think
came
you had
out
some
and it
weird
was
shit
just
with
like, oh, they
Netflix,
went to
bro.
commercial.
Yeah, you had a weird feed, dude. I don't know. Yeah, I had no problem with any of the music or any. I saw none of those issues last night when I watched the show. So
I don't know. It just came off kind of AEW.
I think Awful watched a pirated stream and he doesn't want to.
Yeah, all right.
That's
I'm
what
like,
I think right now.
I think I get what you're trying to
That could be
compare, but
true.
it's Netflix. Like AEW's issues are their issues and not TBS normally. I feel like WWE's issues, if there are, it's normally Netflix. And Netflix is still trying to figure certain stuff out and get bigger as they go. I think that's what happened though. I don't know.
I don't know. I like I said, I didn't have those problems. Although apparently I was wrong. There was no chance in hell. I don't know why I thought there was. I thought there was. Max thought there
This
was.
was
I don't
high.
know what.
Yeah.
I was not high yet. I
gummy
have
hadn't
been
kicked
high
in.
since, so I may have dreamt it or something. I
Oh
don't
my god.
I'm not gonna
Wrestling
lie.
in your dreams, like
I'm not gonna lie. I have had things before where something happened in a dream and I thought it was real. So
this thought he was walking down the aisle with Steph.
He was
no
doing
chance
the
in
Vince,
hell.
He was doing the Vince walk. Cut down.
has no one
Yeah.
ever had that before? No one ever had that where they have a dream and then they think it's real and it turns out not to be real. Is that just me?
Yeah, but not with wrestling.
Really? Okay. I have actually had it on more than one occasion with wrestling.
Oh my God.
Because I missed when I saw it live, I missed it. And I remember going back and looking at it, but now I'm thinking I might have been dreaming that. So
Yeah. But I thought it was a good show. I mean, I haven't seen Raw in a long time, and the crowd was hot. I like the fact that I'm glad I saw it, the MSG show. I mean, I'm glad I didn't miss it because I like the long walkway. I like, just the crowd. I thought the crowd was okay.
I thought that was great. Yeah.
They came up when they needed to come up, and they, they tepidly clapped at things that, they didn't hate on anything. Let's put it that way. They love Danhausen. I'll give them that.
They really do.
They really do.
Yeah,
They
he's
really
gotten
do.
over.
Did you see that he sold out his signing at Wrestlemania?
Yeah.
Completely sold out his signing of
Well, that's
over
nice.
$200 or something like that.
I mean,
Punk Rock Jay brought up something I that happened earlier, like it happened last week, and I didn't really think about it. An American company, and you get commercials like crazy. You need cable, regular stations, Netflix, and ESPN Plus to catch it all. Anywhere else, Netflix. Thank God I get ESPN for free. Okay, so did you guys hear about that whole thing where, people were suing WWE because, there was a class action lawsuit against WWE because they said that ESPN Plus would be available. Like, if you had ESPN, you'd get ESPN Plus. And people actually started a class action lawsuit against WWE because of that. And I
heard it was like 3 people.
I don't know. You don't know how many people are in a class action lawsuit. But then ESPN last week joined the
3 people.
lawsuit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, after they went to arbitration and stuff, ESPN actually joined the lawsuit. Is that ESPN admitting that it was their fault and trying to keep things good with WWE? Like, why would they join the lawsuit?
They probably have more evidence that shows otherwise.
No, but they weren't being sued, and then they said, okay, you can sue us too.
No, they just running to the defense. They're just running to the defense of WWE.
ESPN was joined as a defendant. Does that mean they were added to the lawsuit? Does that mean that the people were suing? Thank you. Okay. Does that mean that people were suing WWE and they realized that they should be suing ESPN? Is that how that works?
That may be a possibility.
Because I know that was the issue with YouTube TV, that it was ESPN said we're going to be on YouTube TV very soon, and they still haven't gotten on there yet. And so I know that's an issue for some people because it was supposed to be partly included with it. So I could see ESPN being at fault with it. I know there's been a little bit of bickering back and forth between when head honchos are being interviewed or on what is it, investor calls or whatever. They've made snide comments about each other because there's always going to be a rough transition when you switch over to a different platform with it. And then they didn't have they had a few pay-per-views on it, and then they didn't do anything for what was it, November and December. So yeah, I could see it being it's an issue that ESPN needs to work on. They need to get fixed. So I could see ESPN being more.
Like I said, I don't know a ton about. So
yeah,
you had LK in the chat said that ESPN was joined as a defendant, and then Dunn said ESPN is intervening in the lawsuit to protect their own interests when being litigated. And then LK replied with, yes, ESPN would be added to the suit. And then Dunn said intervening is different than being a plaintiff. So I don't really understand. Yeah. That's why I'm bringing it up. I don't really understand what's going on.
We need the people's court team. We need the people's court team. I got no idea. I know nothing.
I'll load that up for next week.
It's interesting to me. I'd like to, because obviously to me, it seems like WWE wasn't truthful with WWE in the sense that or ESPN wasn't truthful with WWE, where it seems like WWE assumed that if you had ESPN, you could just get it, and then it found out that they couldn't. That's what it looks like from the outside. And I always thought it was weird that WWE was getting the lawsuit in the first place. So I don't know. Does anybody it was weird?
Yeah,
because I looked into the lawsuit. I looked into the class action, and I'm like, can I do this? Because I have DirecTV, but like I can't because DirecTV can't. Although I have ESPN, so I can't. I don't get the whole thing. It's so okay. So Dunn is trying to clear it up here. ESPN is saying, hey, what you were arguing about is our stuff. So they are going to the court to make sure their interests are protected accordingly from any judgment.
There you have
it. Regina says we need to ask Legal Mindset if he can come on and explain the lawsuit.
I'll ask him.
I think Legal Mindset's too busy gooning over in China.
Well, you just didn't help at all, did you? Hey, let's hear a couple clips about the show. We'll be sure to leave that one out.
Every time I see something about Legal Mindset, he's telling people to move to Japan and marry women there. That's every time I see something about Legal Mindset, he's like, American women are terrible. Move to Japan. They'll take care of you.
Right.
Like, that's all I see.
So he can't be on the show because he's trying to get trad Asian women to marry white men.
When did I say he couldn't be on a show?
Okay.
You said that.
I had to stop you, a goon.
I mean, I guess it's better than like a ladyboy situation, but I don't know.
You're not kidding.
Yeah, that's true. Everyone talks about gooning these days. I thought it was just something you could talk about. Is that not true?
What do you think? It's a new font or something?
I don't know what it is. I don't understand it at all, actually. Do you want to explain it to me, Awful?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah, it's a family show.
Okay. If someone wants to send a super chat and explain it, I'll read it on air. I still have a few to get through, so we can get through these super chats here and then we'll close out. Regina Sharp for 5. Honestly, I would find Oba much scarier if he did skip to the ring like AJ Lee.
Oh, come on, Regina.
Thank you. Regina Sharp. Dial for $2. Trips is racist. We're holding back. Yeah, that got relitigated this past week. Did you see that, Awful?
No, I missed it. What's going on?
People on Twitter for some reason brought up the whole Triple H Booker T thing from back in
WrestleMania 19. That's WrestleMania 19.
They brought up that's a big topic of discussion all of a sudden. So I don't know, but thank you, Dial, for your $2. Regina Sharp, Ted will be a part of WrestleMania, whether he's hooked up with Randy or not. He'll be there to tease being the partner. That's kind of where I am. I think they will. I think they might bring him in. I think that's
what I said.
Yeah, no. I'm giving I didn't have time during Super 5 because the time ran out, but now I can because Regina brought it up. I could see something where they bring him in to tease it. Like I wouldn't. Normally, I'd say no, but I didn't. Remember when they brought Roddy Piper in during Vince versus Hogan?
Yeah.
Like, he was in bad shape. He didn't look good, and they still brought him in. And I think it could be that kind of a thing, So, I don't know. I could see it. I don't see him I don't see him being the answer. I don't see him being the one that Randy's actually on the phone with. But I can see him being involved to tease that he was the one that's on them, to get a quick pop.
It can be Ted DiBiase and whoever they have in mind, but you gotta put Ted DiBiase into this thing. Like, it's a no-brainer.
And see,
this doesn't happen for no reason.
I don't think they have anybody in mind. I think Randy's talking to the voices in his head on the phone.
I don't know if it'll pay off right now, but I do think it'll be The Rock in the long run.
Oh, God.
I don't like it, but I do think that the whole thing is that
The Rock still skinny?
Like I said, I don't know if he'll even be the guy at the show, but I'm saying in the long run, I think the whole storyline will be that The Rock was, he tried to get Roman to take out Cody, he couldn't do it. He tried to get Cena to take out Cody, he couldn't do it. Now he's trying to get Randy to take out Cody, he can't do it. So The Rock's going to have to come back himself and do it. You know what I mean?
You could also even say that he tried to get Brock to take out Cody after Cody first lost. Yeah, you could throw that into it. No, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
the whole thing with Randy is that Randy was like a sleeper cell waiting to get the call from The Rock. and he got the call. You know, I think in the long run, that's what we're going to end up seeing.
Oh, by the way, gentlemen, we're missing a big fucking news item here. John Cena set to host WrestleMania this year.
Oh yeah. Congratulations. You know, it's funny because people are like,
Congratulations.
I like how, I don't know why I'm saying that. I like how people are like, if people saying that it's like, oh, they're pulling. This was kind of announced like back when he retired. Remember? Because they announced him for the Fanatic Fest or whatever, and they announced him for like the Raw after WrestleMania, and everyone's like, oh, I guess he's gonna host WrestleMania. And then we just kind of forgot about it. And now it's official. So
yeah, here it is.
I mean, we talked about it like 3 months ago, so that's why I didn't really think there was much.
Michael Cole made the announcement on the show last night, and I think he prefaced it by saying he's not here to wrestle.
Yeah,
that was pretty funny.
Yeah. Regina with another 5. They don't want Vince back. They just want the epic song back. Thank you very much, Regina. Regina with another 5. Watch a live recording of the segment. Yes. Oh, we already did that one. Regina with another 5. Of course, Danhausen sold out. He's very nice and very evil. And y'all need to ask Legal Mind. Oh, we already did that one too. Don't let this speak at my funeral.
We will make
Regina.
sure that
you can speak of mine. Facilitate
that.
And for another 5, Rock will flip off his hood. It was me, Cody. It was me all along.
It was me all along.
I was gonna, when Marv came in, I was gonna. I was going to do that when Marv came in, but
that AI
but
dude looked tired.
Yeah, it's got some bags under his eyes.
Holy shit.
Well, I said not to have any face, and then they did that. So, all right. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you for your super chats and for asking us questions and being involved in the show. Don't forget, Marv is actually probably live right now, so head on over to the M4 Empire if you want to check him out. But Jake, what do you got to plug?
Yeah, my the big thing is my YouTube channel that at youtube.com/altJake takes on. We are on the march to 1,000 subscribers. We do a live show every Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern where we review all of Dynamite for you and give you every segment, every match, everything that happens, which could start getting real interesting and funny if Russo comes around. We will see. And then George and I also go live every Sunday at 8:05 p.m. Eastern. That's more of a roundtable discussion show. You guys can super chat in questions, and we will talk about whatever is going on in the wrestling world. And we try to do a recorded podcast for like all of our reviews so we can put them in there. But the 2 live shows, Thursday and Sunday, come check us out at altJake Takes On. You can follow me on X too, but I mostly just promote the channels.
Hey, Jake, are you doing something Saturday?
Oh, shit. Yes, I forgot about that. Yeah, no, we are doing, we're going to do the Stand and Deliver watch party. We'll start that at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, and the show goes on at 7 Eastern. So, yeah, we're going to do the Stand and Deliver watch party. I keep forgetting it's this weekend because like they've done it on the WrestleMania Saturday for so long. So,
yeah,
that'll
and
be fun.
We will be going on after you, right? Awful. Isn't that what the plan is? We're going on. I mean, it'll probably be at our regular time. Because NXT
exactly.
Time, so
yeah, and this one might run a little bit over for the 3 hours, but I don't think so. NXT is usually pretty concise.
NXT is usually tight, so
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if we go on 2 minutes late or something, it's not that big of a deal. Anyway, Awful, what do you got to plug?
The Awful Wrestling channel on YouTube. Yes, indeed. We are 10 shy of 1,100 subscribers. Well, I want to thank you guys all for subscribing and checking out our program. This is Awful every Saturday, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central on youtube.com/Awful Wrestling. And of course, you can check me out on Twitter, x.com/Awful Wrestling, AEWful Wrestling. I hope to see you there.
We are over on This Is Awful. We are about $400 away from our goal. About $600 away from our goal. Sorry. Of
yes,
getting
indeed.
New computers and everything like that.
Nice.
So if you go over and check that out over there, hopefully we get that in a few weeks and we'll have a big upgrade that you will notice. Also, this channel, guys, guess what?
What's up?
I can upload videos on Tooney Talk Wrestling now. So I will be I don't know if it's gonna start this week or next week. I'm definitely gonna edit this up this week, but I might not be happy with it until next week. But regardless, if you start seeing like videos from the Tooney Talk Wrestling channel or Tooney Town Wrestling channel, make sure you're at least liking them, giving them a view. Let's get us back in that algorithm. Let's get us growing again. You know,
hit that like button.
Yeah, hit that like button.
That's very important.
Share our videos, share our clips. We're going to be doing more of that coming up on. I'd like to do it on both channels. I'd like to do it over on This Is Awful too, kind of getting more clips out there and doing that kind of stuff. I think that we have some solid stuff that people would like to see. So make sure you guys are helping us out with there. We can get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until eventually we don't have to worry about who else is on. I mean, not Marv, obviously, but I'm talking about other podcasts besides wrestling. Marv isn't doing a wrestling podcast. I mean, the other wrestling podcasts that are on, like JD from New York or something, you know. So, but thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. And don't forget to follow Neckbeard over on Twitter at AEW Neckbeard. He's our boy in the chat. He is he's holding it down. He is fantastic. So make sure you're doing that. And I think that's it. So does anybody have anything else to say?
No, I'm good.
All right. Then until next week. Now get out of here.
Now, Perry the Platypus, feel the wrath of my thank you-inator! Thank you, you piece of trash.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you! Oh, I suppose you want me to say thank you. But you know what? Saying thank you is like jobbing. Thank you! I got a little message. Thank you. Ooh, yeah!
Oh, thank you! Oh, thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you!
Thanks? For what? Hi-ho from all of us here at Tooney Town. Thank you!
And viewers like you. Thank you.